Hey, we're in.
Hey, all right, we're back. It's this is number 6, I think, tonight, right? For this whole campaign. Ryan's already predicting episode 50 in our group chat, so we'll see.
Maybe we'll kill God sooner. Who knows?
Maybe that's the end of disc 1. Can you imagine?
It'd be very
man.
JRPG of you if killing a god would be the end of disc 1, and then there's more.
I feel like killing God has to be disc 1 because disc 2 starts with, "Oh shit, we killed God. What now?"
Everything is awful.
The secret gods, the higher pantheon,
The elder gods.
Those
yes.
are the bonus ones that only appear in the United States release.
Nice.
Oh man. Well, yeah. All right. So we're back. Last week was a fun time and a different game for those of us who were there, and now we're back with this. There we go, camera. Now we're back with this. It's been 2 weeks, so who would like to do a recap, and I can help out if need be.
We were on the boat, or on the water.
And we
Do we
met
kill-
not Asterion.
Yes.
Started off with 8-9 visiting his childhood home, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Right. He gave him money, and then he was like, "I'm trying, bye," and then left.
As you do when you visit your childhood home.
Yeah, you know, there's nothing going on there.
Yeah, you did that. Then you got on the boat. You met the not Asterion. Allurian is his name here. You also learned that the guy who owns this, not the captain, but the guy who like owns this boat, who owns this merchant vessel, is the same
It's a
guy. Who
Dolores
apparently-
Mercantile Fleet. Weird.
He's the same guy who went missing for that one notice board thing you also saw. So you got that. Then you were attacked by a bunch of Sahuagin or Sahagin, however you want to
Bargain.
pronounce that. Depends on your accent. I'll hand that over to whoever wants to talk further about it.
Yeah, so these bitches attacked.
Yeah, they did.
Pretty hard.
Unwarranted, out of nowhere, and we were like, "Get the fuck off!" And so we beat the shit out of all of them. But like, what was the thing that the big guy said right before he died?
He said something like,
never get our
"You-
weapon.
Yeah, you will never get our weapon.
Yeah, that was ominous. And then he died though, so
But
it was okay.
I mean, I got his weapon, so I think he was wrong.
Case
Fucking
closed.
loser. Done.
Fucking nerd, it's right here.
Touch grass, nerd.
I can't. I'm aquatic.
Azov, I thought these were friends of yours.
That's prejudice right there.
Yes.
Also, they just clearly tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Friends can be mean.
With
Yes,
friends like that.
you did that, and then evening came. Allurian just got blitzed out there.
He
on the
got
deck.
blitzed, and Henry went and like checked out his room and was like, "Oh goddamn, this dude is working for maybe 2 crime syndicates, or he's running away from 2 crime syndicates." And it was like, "That's awful. Thanks. I'll go back to my room." That's kind of it on that.
Mm-hmm. And then one other very important thing is that Azov and Bo had an important conversation while they were being bunked.
Oh yeah, Azov's a fuckboy.
They learned that Azov and Bo are wiener cousins,
Yeah.
and that Azov has a bit of a reputation on top of his many titles, it seems.
Oh, I need to add that to your titles. Hold on, I have a growing list.
Speaking of fuckboy activity, Azov is still shooting a shot with
Title.
the Paladin babysitter. It
Fuckboy.
doesn't seem to be going well so far. But TBD.
Alrighty. So yeah, that all happened, and everybody. The night passed without incident. Everybody slept away just fine, and the boat is pulling into Icewind here at essentially the break of day.
Oh, I need the date.
I have. This is gonna look weird because I just duplicated this picture 4 times to try to make it the town look bigger.
Nah.
But essentially, yeah. So this town, it's a decent sized settlement. There are like these 4 major windmills, kind of down there on the coast, and that's up to this point all we've kind of talked about as far as this settlement. But Yeah, coastal town. The windmills are they kind of serve as like granaries and stuff like that, right? They churn out a lot of like flour and stuff from this place. So big kind of agricultural shipping spot is what this town is like. And you all are pulling in and stepping off the boat. You are here to continue tracking down Bismarck, whomever that may be.
So this is not looking like a major economic hub, really. This is like stick buildings and stuff, and I take it like a poorer part of town, or poorer town in general.
It's on, yes, but it's like on that edge of breaking out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's getting there. It's a developing town.
Okay.
As it
That
stands
over
there.
here?
What is their major import and export and form of government?
No import really, but the major export would be the flour and the grain that they export out of here.
Got it.
What's the climate, the temperature?
It's cold. It's not like freezing cold, but it's like, this is like if across that, terrain and biomes are weird in fantasy, right? But so across that water is like the icy northern Viking part of the continent, and so being on the other side of it, this is like Buffalo, New York, or yeah, there you go, Chicago, exactly. Yeah, like any of those towns that are like near the Great Lakes, that it's like they can be warm, but a lot of that cold Canada air is blowing down.
We got cold weather clothing, right?
We did. We were given cloaks of billowing too, which matters very much.
Definitely wearing both of those right now.
I have a running list of things that Andrew's character also has when whoever they are gets introduced, and he absolutely also will have a cloak of billowing on that list.
He should be the only one without it. No cool cloak for Andrew.
He'll just cover it.
Sorry, real quick, billowing meeting.
He can't sit with us.
On
Less
Wednesdays, we wear cloaks of billowing.
less political joking and more of a serious question. Do we know what is this part of the empire like that we came from, or the kingdom that we came from?
Yeah.
So
We
Okay.
can go back to the big map. Let's go back to the big map. So, you're up here in Icewind.
Uh-huh.
All of this kind of green western part of the continent, before like this brown terrain here, this more yellow terrain here, those are like the borders. Everything west of that is all the same kingdom. So you're still in your home country, if you will.
Pentaclea. Okay.
Yes, I can. I'll draw a border real quick because that'll probably be helpful.
No,
that yellow
with the
Can you do a
color,
color?
I think it's
Okay. Can you do a dotted line in here? Maybe not.
I just do it manually.
yeah.
All right.
No, I forgot that was the.
No, it's all good. This will just take a moment. Okay.
Okay.
So the one
So there you
room-
That portions it off.
Where is the line? Oh, I see. Okay.
The red
Yeah.
line, yeah.
So the person we're looking for is titled Wave Diver.
Bismarck the Wave Diver, indeed.
Is
Yep.
it going to be in the water?
God, I hope not.
Where are you guys reading this?
It was.
That was on the-
That's just his name.
That was
Yeah.
the paper that was given out, right? For
Mhm.
the
Bismarck
code
the
thing.
Wave Diver. So we're at the second location? B?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're at B.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's where you guys decided to go. And then
All
other
of the names
teams-
coincided with their locations.
They did. And other teams were dispatched to the other two.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think the
Uh,
locals?
Wind, where the women are as cold as the weather. I do not like this place.
Oh, come on! The cold weather is great for when you find someone to cuddle up with under the covers.
Yeah, you say that now, but you'll learn. What do we say, gents?
So we're like
How are we
basing on
feeling
like
today?
locations off of how they can sleep with women. Is that what I got? Is that
Yes.
amazing, incredible, awesome?
Well, hold up! You said women. We didn't say women.
Oh, you're so right. I apologize so much.
Yeah, from like farther on the deck, like
He,
hungover,
she's,
gathering
beautiful
up.
in betweens is the rating.
Illyrian is like gathering up his like things, super hungover. He just overhears this conversation and he just chimes in, just like, "Don't limit yourself."
Gonna limit him to like a grave in the water.
Knowing Azov's been here before as he's traveled up and down the coast. Would he know any place that could help us give us a bearing for this Bismarck person? I mean, how specific is the... Do we get like coordinates or something?
Those are coordinates. Yes, you do have specific coordinates.
Do we just head there and see what we find?
I feel like maybe we should ask around to know what we might be getting into, because what happens if we show up and this guy's totally hostile?
That's a good idea.
Or she's totally hostile, or they are totally hostile.
You're assuming it's a person. I thought it would be like
kinda.
a grave or a thingy.
I don't know, like Warcaster sounds like a weapon
Yeah.
to me. But also it could be a person that is a
Staff,
weapon.
or a rod. Or a shield even.
But like Bismarck is giving person? Unless
I
it was
assumed we were
a weapon
grave
wielded by
robbing.
a
I
person?
should be clear about that.
That's
That
where
would
you
be a
went
very
first?
easy job. That'd be an easy job, though. Easy cake of a day. Go rob a grave. Easy. Love
Wait,
it.
so what do you think we're actually looking for? I mean, these were things that wannabe usurper was sending out to people.
Well, we got one for maybe a weapon. I think I voted it's probably a person. I mean,
My money's on weapon or thing to help make war easier.
So, does our babysitter have any ideas?
She'll probably be, if you're all gathered there.
Yes.
She's probably also somewhere on the deck. If you're like fetching her. Do I have any ideas about who this Bismarck is?
Mm-hmm.
or
Who or
what
what?
this Bismarck is.
Who or what? It's a fair question. I suppose it could be either one. Truthfully, I don't know. This was a strange bit of information you brought to all of us, and there's just been an awful lot of strangeness and change going around these past few days that I suppose we'll just know it when we see it.
I suspect it has something to do with a claim to the throne. That
It
maybe
could.
these are potential rivals who could also have a claim, maybe?
Other
I'm basing this off of absolutely nothing other than she seemed to be concerned with her claim to the throne.
Well, considering one alleged bastard has already showed up, I don't know. Perhaps there are others. I don't know what Rayland got up to in his younger years. I don't know what the king got up to before he passed. I'd like to think that our Tyrion isn't out there sowing seed. The boy only just came of age, although he did date plenty of women in the capital. I don't know. But the first order of business will be to establish our base of operations within the city. So I will procure us, that's a hard word to say. I will procure us lodgings for our time being. Of course, everything will be covered by the crown. Don't go abusing that. She's looking directly at Azov, but
I'm gonna raid the
things will
minibar.
be covered. Don't go abusing it. Although a nightcap to end the day is a perfectly fine way to forget the horrors of battle sometimes.
I don't drink, but if they have any like chocolate bars or anything, I'm totally nabbing them. Or even just bottles of water.
Oh, those
I'm
are the most
sure there will be.
expensive.
I know, right? I'm sure there will be plenty.
They
Well,
tell you it's free, but they charge it for you on your bill when they notice it's gone.
you gotta do the Indiana Jones move.
Yeah.
You know? Did I hear a Fallout sound effect a second ago? I thought I heard Fallout. I thought I heard the like menu pop up. I was like, ooh, which one? I heard a
Do
little-
we think this place maybe has a library?
I mean, look at how muddy their roads are.
You're right.
Is there
That's it.
Hey, this is an up and coming place. They maybe have 50 books.
Well, they've got a lot to go.
I would
There might
guess
be
the dock we'll be pulling into is, of course, the trade center. I'm sure the tavern in town has plenty of folks gathering, and I know there's at least one religious site, though I don't know of the details.
I was curious because, I mean, if we don't want to, like, show our cards and try to keep this secretive, I figured going to a library to do research might
Sure.
be great. But if...
No, I wouldn't say there's a library as such. There is a shrine there that I know, I think the whole party is, I think Bo shared with everybody the shrines he learned about, right?
And if he
I don't-
didn't, that's his
I-
business.
I don't know if he did or not. Let me roll for
Okay.
it.
Okay. Well, there is that here. at
Odds he
least.
did, evens he did not.
It's your business, buddy.
Nah, when he was talking about how he was freaking out a little bit, he might have mentioned that there were shrines around and said he might want to go to some of them just to see if he could find any answers there.
Is there a reason for us to remain secretive?
The
Well,
note
we-
was secretive, right? I feel like not a lot of people know about it. So
Well,
if we
depending
just
on, we
waltz
know
up.
that your employer was involved in some kind of scheme.
oh,
I'm saying this out of earshot of the paladin.
she's super in on a very grand scheme. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we have no idea how big this plot of the Githyanki Empire is.
All I'm saying is, if we start asking around, somebody might give us information, or somebody might come looking for us, and then we take them out and get information. And either way works.
And I would if they're stronger than us, though.
I will say you did specifically have a cover story for your passage on the boat that you were just there to be like.
Yeah, we're
Oh, I
protection
thought that was just
for the boat.
for the boat.
Oh, I'm saying that was for the boat, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
kind of the that was at least your premise there.
So they don't know why we came over here. They think we're protection. If we roll up over here and we're like, "Hey, have you heard of this the wave diver?" and people are like, "What's that?" You're right. We'll either get an answer, not get an answer, or get like stabbed in our sleep.
I will
I-
say, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I could split off from the rest of everybody, go disguise myself, and then start asking around. Then they won't connect it with the rest of us.
That's not a horrible
Okay.
idea.
Given the
It
nature
concerns
of this-
me, but
I could also ask around the tavern and on the docks. Given my background as a sailor, I'm sure I know a few of these very sophisticated handlers of cargo. And
how many of them know you and don't like you, though?
0, I assume. I don't
So
know.
all
I've never
of them.
followed up and asked.
I believe you.
I think what was when you rolled for the captain of the ship you were just on? I think he was like, "Hey, just don't screw around too much." was the
Yeah.
deal? He was like, "You're reliable, but like, cool it."
Would you like me to roll my reputation for this whole docks here?
Please.
Whatever scale you're looking to roll for, well, that's what we'll go by. So you tell me if you would like to go for like the whole dock scene, we can do that.
I would like to utilize my sailor background,
Okay.
so his reputation. So I figured like the docks, like, oh yeah, Tony, I know him, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know,
The guy moving boxes as he's testifying.
who can't be busy to stop
It's the
talking
Yeah.
to
fuck boy.
You'll allow a roll on that?
Yeah, I think we just did a charisma, right?
Yep.
Flat charisma.
It's more fun if we.
Oh no.
One less
Alright.
than the captain.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, you go.
No, I'm quite a character around these parts. I'm sure they'll tell us what I want to know.
Everyone doubted that.
If you believe it in your heart, it's true.
Not hearing a no from anybody, I think Bo's gonna try to. Well, I guess we'll determine a place to meet back up, but he's gonna go off and disguise himself and then use his criminal background feature So he'll do a charisma thing of his own, just to see.
At this point, we'll probably say you guys are like pretty much docked. By the way, we
Okay.
can just go through that, and Narcisse will split off from you to go, like I said, procure like lodgings.
Okay, I'm gonna disguise myself as a dwarven sailor
Okay.
and do my little criminal background thing to find some drugs and maybe some info.
Okay.
But drugs first.
Oh, that was not meant to be an advantage, so that is a 5.
Okay. And this is a 5 for like what is the roll toward?
That's the that's my charisma. I know a guy thing, and
Okay.
apparently I'm not well liked in these parts.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna disguise yourself, and that is separate from this 5 charismas. Your rep here.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
you know what? I did my shifting fate thing, so I think I'm gonna need to do a D100 roll.
You did it yesterday. You've on the boat, right? So you've had a long rest.
We had a long rest since we
Yeah,
did our
yeah.
boat fight.
Yeah, you would have
Okay.
long rested overnight.
Then in that case, I think I just roll a D20, and it's a natural 1 that I would do that on.
On the table, yeah.
Okay.
Double
Imagine
one.
just being like, I'm gonna go disguise my, and then just suddenly the whole mill town is erupted in flames.
Mates. I'll be
Oh,
real.
man.
I'll lay low.
Yeah.
I just want it to be the Modron so badly, like every time, like in the same way that like Chimera had her clones, like just this Modron just keeps getting bamfed in, and he's like, "What is your deal, man? Why do you keep summoning me?
I hate you.
I've got a job, I've got a wife and kids, and you keep just poofing me around." Okay, so with a 5, I think at the basically simultaneously, there's going to be a dock worker that's going to recognize both Bo and Azov.
He's gonna recognize me? I'm disguised.
Oh, okay. Well, then just recognize Azov. But
I mean, he could recognize the dwarf in the terms of maybe Bo
He picked
picked
someone.
somebody that like was at the dock at the freaking other town.
Well,
and
like,
he's like,
oh,
yeah, I'll go with
that's
this guy.
good.
And then he
I'll
shows
fit
up.
him.
He's like, oh no.
I really gotta
okay.
stop picking people from memory.
who are you picking anyone specific, or are we just saying like generic dwarf you saw once upon a time?
I mean, if it was like a 10, I'd say it was just a nobody, but since it's a 5, I'm guessing that somebody actively doesn't like me. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with I picked a dwarf named Dusseldorf.
Okay.
I guess somebody doesn't like him. Bo
Someone else,
doesn't
yeah.
know why.
So you do that, and then like this kind of like out of nowhere, this guy will approach to you. Just, hey, look over there. Is that Dusseldorf? Oh, it shiver me timbers. That be Azov as well. Well, look.
Good to see you, old friend.
Yes. Well, look who's back around town.
Like,
Here to
sidestepping away from these people. Just
here
like,
to
I'm
knock
not
more
part of
crates
that.
into the water, are we?
Oh, come now. It was a joke. I was like, wouldn't it be terrible if I did this?
And you did.
That was part of the joke. I swear, my humor is not appreciated here. Everyone's trying to cancel me all the time.
Different sensibilities. You got some other traveling companions, it looks like, too. How you doing, ma'am? Sir, they call me
Affiliated.
Carly.
With either of them. Nice to see you. I'm walking off.
These are my other two best friends.
I'm walking off the dock.
Right, well, your two best friends, like, off into the water or away? You're
Away!
and
I
he's like,
can't swim. I can't swim. I'm walking over there.
All right.
I'm walking off the dock.
Right, well, pleased to meet your best friend who's walking away. They call me Curly. What's
Bye,
your name
Curly.
there? And, what's your name there, tall blue guy?
Oh, me?
Yes, you. The name's Curly.
Hi, Curly. Nice to meet you.
And
Azov, you don't walk
I
off.
am-
Travel with the friendliest bunch.
And I am Dusseldorf.
Yeah, you are. and you still owe me for the last time I let you borrow some hash for the hash pipe. Borrow.
Yeah.
It was at least 3 coppers worth of puffing you did.
Oh, you know I'm good for it.
Right, well, we'll settle that another time, I suppose. What brings you back into town? Traveling on that there ship to pick up one of our own shipments?
No, not this time. Actually, I want to speak to you maybe in private. We're looking for something a little unusual. Maybe if you know, or anyone you know knows. Anything heard of the Bismarck? The wave diver?
I don't know who's diving in the waves around here. They get pretty cold, but there was a time when there were some folks here, you'd hear the rumblings in the tavern about a Bismarck here and there. Never met him myself. I guess some folks maybe worked with him. Some folks from, I want to say they came from the capital. They were here for a time, and then, I guess after the king died, they went back home, maybe to pay their respects. Haven't seen him since.
When was that?
Oh, when the king died? What did I say it was? Like 7 years prior, I think, on the timeline. So a few years in the past.
So not recently.
No, but it was definitely a name. I mean, 7 years ago. I want to say that's when Cold Ones was really taking off as the tavern, you know? Now everybody's down there all the time. Anyways, yeah, folks were down there talking about it. You'd hear folks, like I said, talking about working with a Bismarck fella, whoever he was.
It seems that we need to investigate this Cold Ones, then.
Aye, there's always a good reason to investigate a tavern, right? Even this early in the morning.
Well, I wasn't going to, but I suppose I have no other excuse now.
Well, there are some folks who probably just finished the overnight shift, so, you know, there'll be people there.
Well, we appreciate your direction, and again, sorry about the crates last time, Curly.
It happens. Dusseldorf, you buy me around, we'll call it even on the hash.
How much would that cost me?
Drinks, just a few copper.
Oh, good, because I only got 5 silver to my name.
Yeah, it'd be about the same. I ain't trying to cheat you. Just, you know, make us even.
Sure thing. Yeah, that's... Fuck, I need to pick better disguises.
You really do.
Well, I'll see y'all over there. Time waits for no man, and neither does ale. And he'll start heading off. And Narcisse will just... Right, well, I'm going to procure us space at the inn. I suppose I can meet you all at the same tavern later if you wish, and then we'll figure out how best to proceed. If you need anything, and she'll like wave the sending stone. If you need anything, do not hesitate to call.
Oh, right, we have these. Testing. 1, 2, testing.
Do you actually cast it?
Yes.
Okay, to whom?
To Narcisse.
Okay. She looks at it. I'm not going to bother giving this a response because I'm standing right here. Just know that you will not be able to message anyone else until tomorrow. We all have one call plus 1 response per day.
Oh. But that's to you. I could still talk to the others, right?
No, you have 1.
What?
Essentially, everybody gets to send 1 text, but then like you can like the reply is a part of that. Is how it would work, right? So like if you send it to her and she answers, she still has her charge, if that makes sense.
This sending plan sucks. We need to upgrade.
Well, perhaps you can build some reception towers when all this is over. Right. Well, you all enjoy your AM drinks. Maybe get some breakfast in you. Make sure you put it on our the Crown's tab, and I'll take care of it when I'm there. Okay?
Oh, we will. Worry not.
Mm-hmm. And then she'll be off to take care of that.
So does that mean then I can put my my tab that apparently I owe for buying around on the crowns tab?
It sounds like it was only one drink, so probably.
Alrighty, cool. Alright, well, I'm not spending my hard-earned coin.
Loophole.
Though you gotta pick better people to disguise yourself as.
Lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Stop using the wanted papers as your disguise material.
Alrighty then. I'll definitely do better in the future.
Shall we then? To Cold Ones?
Let's go.
All right. You all head off to Cold Ones. And there's kind of like a breakfast crowd inside Cold Ones at the moment. When you get there, there's Curly, who you met before, is probably going to have a drink. But, like, you know, the crew you just sailed with is in there. They're eating. Alurina's in there, probably trying to get a little hair of the dog. And, yeah, there's some other townsfolk all going inside. So when you go in, it's not like a big, lively tavern thing. It's more like you just walked into, like, Denny's. And some people also happen to be drinking, you know? Because it's, you know, food and drink.
Like the best of Waffle House.
Kind of, yeah.
Or the worst of
get ready to
Waffle House.
deflect missile on a chair.
Yeah.
As I go in, I'll say that. Well, hey, listen, everybody over here. It looks like I owe everybody a round. So drinks on me, Dusseldorf. I'm gonna go take a leak. As I go take a leak, I'm gonna go change back into being Bo.
I like you might have just like helped this guy's reputation. Well, you heard the man. Anyone who wants beer with their bacon and eggs, it'll be covered. And Alurian over there is just like, yes, I suppose I could use another hair of the dog. What bit me and all that?
Can I just
And-
water with my eggs? Wait, why are we starting here? Can somebody? Why are we starting at a bar?
It's
Why not?
also like a there's also food. Like I said, most people are just in there eating their
Okay.
breakfast.
Well, this
Um,
great
Good
adventure
adventure.
doesn't start in a tavern.
I have
said
started
it
so
himself.
many not adventures, not in a tavern.
the
Right,
first
but
time
it's
for
the
everything.
adventure that we're going on.
Okay. I don't get it, but I'll go along. That's fine.
Yes, the rule of D&D. I don't get it, but here I am. Let's go.
I was hired to do a job.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go up and put some orders in for us.
Cool, yeah. And the lady would just say, "Oh, yes. Looks like there's a free table over there. You're well, I don't know if he was your friend. He just kind of walked in and left. But Dusseldorf seems to have turned over something of a new leaf. If he's paying for a round for everybody, that's pretty nice. Well, anyways.
Oh, yes. He said he was having some stomach problems. So
Oh,
he
this
probably
early
won't be
in the
back for a
morning,
while.
too. Oof.
That boy Dusseldorf, he really is a good stand-up guy. Where's my drink on his tab?
Right. Yeah. Here you go. Just ale for everybody. Beer. What are people looking for? And she'll and any food. It is about that time of the morning.
Yeah, actually, I don't really drink. Could I instead have some chicken tenders?
Chicken. Sure. Let me just holler back to the cook.
Tender chicken would be great, thank you.
She'll do that. She'll just kind of like, just like holler back, just like, Reggie, grab some more of those chicken strips with the flour around it for the crunch, you know? No, it's not a kid. He just asked for them.
Kid. Oatmeal.
I may be short in stature, but I am no kid. And I'd take offense if you had said that because I'm part goat.
Well, no, Reggie can't even see you. It's just because of the order.
I see.
Anyways, and anyone else, if you need food, I'll take care of you. And there's a free table right back there if you need it.
Yeah, with some
I'm
fruit. Thank you.
I'm still waking up, so something on the smaller side. I'll take a double triple bossy deluxe on a raft, 4x4 animal style. Extra shingles with a shimmy and a squeeze, light axle grease, make it cry, burn it, and let it swim. And then a mimosa, please.
Reggie, did you get all that? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What
Thank
did
you
you
very
Google to get that?
Make it swim.
It's Bubble Bass's order.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You said make it cry, and I was like, I know who this motherfucker is.
I've never once ordered like a Waffle House order that cool way. You know how like with the hash browns, it's like there's all the codes for things.
Mhm.
When it's
It's like-
smothered
like-
on it, covered. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never done any of that. I've just been like, oh, cheese and bacon, please.
I was
Anyways,
thinking of the order from Emperor's New Groove, but then I was like, oh, I know Bubble Bass's long, complicated order.
that's pretty great. That was perfect. Well, Reggie's got you covered, so we're good. Yeah, they're gonna get that started for you.
Is that there Reggie River Rider I see?
Oh, you know him.
I got something of a reputation outside of the kitchen.
I'm just, by the way, this is gonna be like a Peanuts adult. And you're never actually gonna see this guy's face. He is in that kitchen forever.
Unless we go into the kitchen.
I hear Reggie River Rider goes off on the side of his boat and does not wash his hands.
Yeah, when you're peeing into the ocean, whose business is it?
Wait, does
That's
he
a-
like go back to cooking food without washing his hands? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I heard, but maybe this is a different Reggie River Rider.
Hey, actually, cancel my oatmeal order.
That's why I didn't
I'm
make
fine.
an order.
I'm all right.
Right.
Thank
well,
you, though.
here are the drinks and have a few crusts of bread just to get your day started, huh?
I don't need that.
So yeah, you'll be served, and then here you are in Cold Ones. It's you know that smell of those, like, you know, the crackling bacon, the fried up eggs. You're smelling that. There's a little bit of a beer smell, but it's mostly covered up by breakfast smells at this point, right? There's maybe some like syrupy sugariness going on too, and just sort of like, you know, quiet conversation. There's sort of an older couple that are eating together. Of course, the sailors in the back are probably making a little bit more noise. Curly's just at the bar doing his thing, probably, you know, just trying to talk to the girl, make her laugh. There's a fella in the back with it seems actually kind of more of like a traveler type, and then there's a lady also just like keeping to herself there, having her breakfast. She's probably like smoking a cigarette or something as well, just enjoying her food.
Oh, I hate the look of it.
I am repulsed but want it at the same time.
Just
I'm
to say
intrigued,
you-
but disgusted.
4x4 extra shingles.
Okay, so what is the game plan, gentlemen?
We find the oldest, saltiest, ugliest looking person here, and we ask him about Bismarck. So, good chance they'll know.
Why the oldest and saltiest? It's fairly
Right,
new
why can't it
They
be the
know
pepper
everything.
yes.
First rule of adventuring in a bar is find the oldest person because they know what you need to know.
So
This
that old
is-
guy over there, maybe with his wife? Like, maybe him?
I like to imagine you, like they didn't hear you, but like they look over at you with the exact same pose and expression as this picture.
I like to
us?
think they do hear us.
Yeah, look over, just oh no, brace yourself, Harold. Talkers.
Good morning.
Does Henry go over and say good morning, or is that just a?
That was from the table as she like lights up her own like cigarello thing.
Oh.
Like just like good morning if they look over.
Yeah.
It's just like, how you doing?
Morning, dearie, and they go back. Senior, you know, discount. breakfast.
People with wives don't know nothing. We need to find somebody who looks just outright miserable and desperate, you know? Just like somebody who's like lived a hard life and learned a lot of tough lessons.
He could have
I don't know.
been
Married people can have that too.
an adventurer before he took like an arrow to the knee or something, right?
Yeah, something like that is what we're looking for.
But no wife now. Based
No
off
wife
that
now,
logic.
no.
Okay, so
We're looking for like thrice
Hypothetically.
divorced.
hypothetically
Um,
speaking, if we kill
Ryan.
the wife, would he be able to fit into that?
Just based off the conversation currently happening, roll me a quick history on Azov's part. Just based on what you were joking around with there.
I'm good at that. I
Wait,
am good
okay.
at that.
Woo!
That lady sitting alone in the corner is actually like Curly's divorced wife. They used to be together, currently or not, but they still live in the same little town.
Curly's ex over there, she might know too. Though if Curly didn't, who's to say?
I bet his ex-wife has got a head full of gossip. I bet she'll know.
All right. Shall we split into pairs then? One takes the ex-paramour, and one takes the older-than-dirt couple over there.
They look over again. Enjoying your breakfast? Like
Yes!
They hear
What?
Not eating anything.
they hear everything, but not actually what's being said. You know what I mean? They just know it's about them.
I'll
Yeah.
take whichever one you assign me to. I don't really care.
Me and 8-9 can go question the lady.
Sure.
I think we'll be really good at it.
All right. Then Bo
All
and
right.
I will take the olds.
Let's do it.
Good luck, everybody.
All right. Well, we mentioned the lady first in that order, so we'll go to her first. So Henry and 8-9 approach the. She's over there with her same cigarello. Just
Before we get over to her, 8-9's just gonna look at Henry. Do you want to handle this, or should I just ask? Or
I was just gonna ask her if she heard of a Bismarck. Is that all? That's the task. No, that's it.
That's what I was gonna do.
Aces. Let's do this. Hey.
how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Well, I'm tired, single. I'm in a town with not too many pickings, and I'm having a cigarette for breakfast. How do you think I'm doing?
I'm also having a cigarette for breakfast. Did you hear about how the cook doesn't wash his hands?
Oh,
Roast.
Reggie? It's fine. It's just extra salt.
That's not.
They say
Hey,
it's
Nate.
sterile.
Have you ever heard of a Bismarck?
Thank you.
Bismarck.
Mm.
That's a name I haven't heard in a few years, actually.
Sure.
There used to be some other folks here in town. I want to say they were originally from the capital. They would always talk about a Bismarck, although I never.
It's sterile.
It's
I like
Sterile.
the
I like the
taste.
taste. God damn it.
I had to like.
Some of my own special season on it, don't you
It's very funny. Because the way at least Roll20 is for me too, I had to like scroll down to reveal that, which was even funnier for me. I was like, oh man. Well, yeah, there was some fellas used to work around here. I suppose they worked with a Bismarck. I never met him myself, but they would always talk about him. Then they'd be out of town all day, come back at the end. I never did know quite where they went. Wasn't any of my business. Of course, I was married then, trying to be a homemaker, do all that sort of thing. And then somebody had to go and get a little handsy with floozies on the docks.
Do you know where those people that worked with him are now? If they're still around?
Well, any of the ones that looked real smart probably went back to the capital. I think it was around when the king died, actually. Tragic, that. I suppose the prince ought to be getting close to old enough, though, right? Anyways, that's beside the point. Well, that one over there, and she actually points to the old guy. I don't know how involved he was, but he always seemed to know a little more involved than other folks, you know? I suppose it was like a part-time freelance thing, what have you.
Can I just insight, make sure that she's telling us the full truth?
Sure.
I figure she is, but
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty trustworthy, ain't it?
Jeez,
Look.
your insight is crazy.
We're built to be a bounty hunter.
yeah, can't bullshit him.
Yeah, you're giving me a look there, son. This is all like, trust me. I don't know you, but I got no reason to lie to you. What's the point of lying? Especially when the truth always comes out.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
And
Mind
thank
if we
you.
pay for your non-breakfast?
I'm not gonna say no, and it's a kind gesture. Little breakfast for some information.
1 or 2.
Appreciate it.
Like copper, silver. 1, 2.
Breakfast like this should be 2-3 copper tops.
I put like 4 copper down
There you go.
because I'm generous.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Thank you. And
A good day.
8-9's gonna turn to Henry and be like, I really am really curious to watch how they question them. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we did it short, sweet, and to the point. Perfect. Loved it. Let's get a good seat.
All right, camera pans over. Let's see how it goes for Azov and Bo.
Bo, as we go over and talk to these two, let me take the lead. Sometimes with these it's an important part of gathering information while going and becoming a hero that goes on adventures.
Alrighty, I'll take your word for it.
All right.
Let's see what you got, Master Investigator.
Now you're getting it. So we're both going to walk over, and as they're about like a foot or two away, hello! How are you today, sir?
Just to me, like, drops his fork, just... Hello?
Was
I'm
it
fine.
Harold?
It is, and my hearing is fine.
How are you, Harold?
I am frazzled now. Otherwise, fine morning with my wife. Can we speak in a normal indoor breakfast volume?
If you insist. But as I was going to lean back, it's like, they already seem a little bit off-putting. This is going to take a little bit more precision than I was expecting, but I will persevere.
Alrighty then.
So
And
you
we'll pull up.
You seem to, yes, have a seat. You seem to know my name. I'm Harold. This is my wife. Other name that starts with H. Halsey. Very famous pop star back in the day, apparently. This is my wife, Halsey. And you two are?
Yes. My name is Azov, and this is Bo. We are fresh to town and hoping to gather some information that you might have stumbled upon in your many years, I assume, living here.
I'm 25.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm kidding. I'm very old, as your friend said.
Oh, I thought you were under some kind of ailment, or maybe belonging to some kind of race that ages real quick, like.
And his wife just, no, we're at about 50 to the number, he said. Oh, Harold, always such a jokester.
Hilarious!
So, new to town, you both just stepped off this morning's boat, I presume? Oh, he's not smoking. I'll put this pen down.
Smoke, you're not going to make it.
You both stepped off the new boat this morning, I assume?
Yes, we were doing some security work on one of the fine vessels docked here.
Mm-hmm.
But in our travels, we heard whispers of another possible employer. You see, we're both down on our luck. Financially speaking, especially my friend Bo here. He is very poor.
I am deep in debt.
Oh, we know that feeling, don't we, Harold? We definitely do.
It is
Sorry
a
to hear
good thing
fellas.
that Dusseldorf has agreed to pay for our entire tab, as well as all of the drinks for everyone here.
Very fine lad that Dusseldorf is.
I hope that diarrhea subsides soon. But back to the point at hand.
Forgot that was what he said to leave. Oh, man. Yes.
does the name Bismarck, the wave diver, ring any bells?
Oh, Harold, you definitely know a lot about that one. Funny that you bring it up now. We've seen those were the golden years, weren't they? I suppose so, yeah. There was a crew that came here from the capital, some years ago. Maybe, what is it? Maybe, couldn't have been more than 10. And, it was strange. They would always talk about a Bismarck. I never met him among the group, but there were some fellas from the capital that used to do some work, sort of not at the docks, but at the beach. They actually gave me a bit of work, sort of handling the receiving of the materials that were being shipped to them. It was nice. They paid well, as the crown, I assume, tends to do, and it. Like my wife said, it was a good number of years for us. Very, very prosperous. Icewind is still up and coming, and we know we're going to get there someday. And that just if we can just get more trade like that coming in, more than just the grain that we are sending out, I believe there's a bright future for Icewind if we can just do more.
Well, yes, I agreed. It would definitely be hard to, and Azov's going to kind of scan the room, do less. But... So this Bismarck, he was a person, an employer?
Well, when those fellas came to town, they were always talking about working with Bismarck and making Bismarck the best he could be, whatever that means. I was never...
So it's a he?
I suppose. I never went to the work site myself. My understanding is it was some spot down on the beach, strictly, restricted access kind of thing, although... Ever since the king died, it seemed the project came to an end, and well, those 3 years of nice pay stopped.
Aye, but you know where the place of work was, do you?
Well, I mean, I don't know, sort of say the exact coordinates, but I could point you in the direction. They would always head off to the beach,
And
You
is it
said
still
that they were-
gated off?
I never got to the site myself, so I don't know the situation, but unless they took everything with them, wherever they went still exists. That
You said
that
that they
sentence may
were-
not have made much sense. I'm old, forgive me.
Yes, this is true. You are old. You said that they received a lot of shipping. Icewind is known for its exports, mainly its wheat and flour. What were they receiving?
Correct. Ryan gets a gold star for that. Well, I was never able to look inside the crates too much, but it seemed to be heavier material. Your lumbers and maybe even your metals. The shipments would come in, I don't know, monthly or so, and I was always there to handle it for them. They wanted sort of a middleman, so to speak.
Interesting.
And so you were the middleman yourself?
I was. No one was more qualified for the job than me. I'm Harold Middleman, and I got the job. It was right in the name.
I see. So of the people that you were the middleman for, interacted with, are any still in town, or have they all gone back to the capital?
I haven't seen any of them since the king died, so I would have to say none. Although there was another who spent some time with him, although, he's gone from us now, it seems.
What was he like? Can I get a description, please?
Oh, sure. He was, sort of, what do you call it, dear? Works with the magic and a druid, Harold. They're called druids. Right, yes. He was, one of those druids. Worked on the nature magic kind of thing. I think he was maybe sort of a consultant with this same group. He used to work outside of town, actually, at the shrine. By the way, we also need to really up our tourist game, and we have this beautiful shrine just outside of town, and he would take care of that. And unfortunately, we lost him some years ago as well.
This druid fella. What race was he?
Tony is checking his outline real quick.
It's not the goat man. Okay.
I did not write a race for him, so we're gonna say he's human. Just for sake of this. Druid fella, real smart. Phineas Daybreak was his name.
Phineas. Alrighty then, well, here, I'm gonna show you a map, and if you could point me in the direction of where this here worksite was, I'd be greatly appreciative of that.
Oh, sure. Isn't it mighty convenient how we all just carry around world maps at all times? Oh,
I don't even
not
carry-
everybody carries one.
I don't carry one around, but whenever I need one, it just blows in my direction, and I pick one up off the ground.
And you just Cape of Billow it up for you. Yeah, he's gonna point, and he's gonna point his finger, basically more or less to those same coordinates that you got before. Like, you know, he's guesstimating, but it's like he's basically right on top of the same point.
Oh, so we can... I didn't realize the coordinates were so precise.
More or less, yeah, seems.
Well, shit, what are we asking people about stuff for? Let's just go to the frickin' coordinates!
Oh, I understand your eagerness, but this is a vital part of adventuring, is going to the bar and making sure you charge other people for your meals, and then go do the adventure. It's like you're not even paying attention.
I'm the one getting some free meals. What are you talking about?
We already had free meals from the crown.
But these are freer.
That's a fair point. Continue.
While you guys are doing that, while you're having your conversation, at some point, good old Lurian there will actually probably stumble over to, I guess it's just 8-9 and Henry at the table right now. He'll kind of walk over and he'll just sit himself down in one of the seats. Hello, you two. Having a good morning. Hopefully one less hungover than mine.
Yep.
It's fine.
Listen, I don't want to be rude, but you both seem to be of the, seedier sort, right? You understand sort of the underbelly of things, what have you.
Are you a guard? Because if I ask if you're a guard, you have to tell me.
That rule's a myth. What sort of undercover guard would just reveal himself like that? And for the record, no, I am not. Authority of all kinds can take a long walk off the Icewind Pier.
No, I know, but, why? What do you want?
Henry, I have to admit, I was not, 100% truthful with you when we, had our encounter there on the boat. Suppose you could say I used metaphor, when I referred to those lovers.
Yeah, I got that. Uh-huh.
Oh, you did excellent. Well, here's the truth, Henry. I do know who you are just by reputation, and there was, I suppose you could say, an offer on the table to be co-workers. But at the same time, there was an offer to be competitors, if you will. And quite frankly, I want nothing to do with any of that, especially with competition bubbling up as it is. And I decided it would just be better to get out of the radar of both of those bosses.
Sure. I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
And, well, given that, to my knowledge, you still work for one of them, I just thought it was only fair to tell you the truth of all that.
Can you tell him the truth?
You can
Like,
incite
actually,
it.
I'm not inciting it. I'm asking it at 8-9 if he's telling the truth.
Okay. You pass it on to him.
I have a 0.
I like the idea, like, he says all this to you, and then you just, like, kind of tap 8-9 to do the insight.
Human lie detector working.
Is he lying?
He's telling the truth in his, like, hungover, vulnerable state. He seems to just be being honest with you.
Yeah, there's not as much bullshit coming out of his mouth as normal.
Right. Okay, so you're not reporting to either one of them? You're not going back to either one of them?
No, I've left Talaport and I have no desire to return.
Good for you.
Actually, no, that's great for him. I'm a little jealous.
Well,
That's good to know, though, actually.
I just thought it only fair to tell you. Sometimes, with this whole turf war on the horizon and all that, it's best to just want nothing to do with it. But that's just me. You do you. Choose your side, choose no side, choose your own side. I just wanted to be honest. You've all just been kind to me, and we fought together. We conquered the Sahuagin together. Sahagin, however you prefer it, whatever your accent may be. And now, some kind fella has offered to pay for a drink, and, well, that has me in good spirits. Minus the pounding headache.
No, that's if we're being truthful here at this table.
I would like to be.
Yeah, no. That's great. Were you, is this your last stop?
Oh, gods, no. I suppose I'll be here for a little. That was supposed to be Ken AOW. Only the gods know, I suppose. Wherever the wind of Icewind takes me.
Probably east, away from Teleport.
Well, certainly. I heard Secunda's nice this time of year. I don't want to go anywhere colder. Maybe I'll go south to those swampier lands. That could be an interesting change of pace. Who knows?
Swampy.
Who knows? Well, anyways, I'm just glad I was able to tell you the truth before we presumably parted ways.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Is there any more you wish to know about what either of them said to me?
I mean, there's
It'd only
there's
be
a
fair if I'm being truthful to you.
like, what did they want? Like, it's none of my business, obviously, but what were they trying to get you for? What did they want from you? What were you going to do for them?
My understanding is they just both wanted an extra body in this upcoming battle. At least that's how I read between the lines. They said they liked my cunning and my silver tongue and my skills with a rapier and all these things, but if I'm being honest, I think with tensions boiling, they just wanted another body on their team, so to speak, Your boss tried to treat me with kind words and some choice liquor from her den. Gilar tried to give me one of the nicest of the rugs from his shop, and I took the gifts, but then I took off.
You might want to watch yourself then.
Perhaps.
Just as a heads up, because again, if we're being honest at this table, we absolutely broke into your room last night, and we could have done any manner of things in that room, and you would have walked right into it, maybe in this state of being hungover. So maybe watch your back. Not a threat.
Didn't know that. Appreciate the honesty. And for the advice. And to be honest, I'd rather live with my head on a swivel than have that head taken off.
Actually really great. Like, leaning over to 8-9, this is actually really great, because I was actually having, to contemplate if I was going to have to, kill him or not. Just put him in the ocean over there or something. This is great.
I would have liked to see you try in a fair fight, but it seems we were on the same side against the Sahagin, depending on your region.
I don't know what they are.
I don't either.
Thank you again. I
killed a bunch.
I think I heard that they were buying another round on Dwofizzle or whatever. So drink your fill.
Oh, excellent. My temples are pounding like an anvil.
Go for it.
He'll go back off, and that's when, presumably Azov and Bo return to the table, and now the gang's back together.
Why did you yell at that old man?
So he could hear me, obviously.
Oh.
It was a part of his genius strategy, didn't you hear?
And it worked.
Did
Now
it?
we know where we need to go.
Yeah, it turns out it was on our map the whole time.
Yeah, those coordinates, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, we know a bit more about it now. That's not the location of a dragon in his lair or nothing. It's the location of a work site.
Why we wanted to look around and check, so that's good.
It seems to have been some kind of project years ago by the previous king, requiring lumber and metals.
Yeah, but then it all went to shite when the king died.
Weird.
It makes me think if it is called Bismarck the Wave Diver, maybe it's a machine or a vessel of some sort, meant to travel under the waves.
That would be very difficult to make.
It would be ideal, though, in sneaking up on an entire kingdom.
I believe the old man said that Bismarck was a he. Whatever that counts for.
They refer to it as a yes.
Maybe Bismarck was the one in charge of making wave divers.
That could be.
Hey,
I guess we should go over there and find out.
Yes, as soon as I finish my breakfast.
All right, you like piss. All right, well, I'll be outside.
All right. You finish your breakfast, everybody heads out, and as you guys are leaving the tavern, you see coming the other way down the street, the real Dusseldorf who's about to go into that tavern.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning.
Have a good day.
Thank you. He
You're
just
welcome.
walks right on it. He walks right in, and you just hear like, hey! Like,
Oh no.
He's like, oh my god, people love me now. This is amazing.
Here's
No,
your tab.
he's having a bad day.
Oh man. Okay.
Is that the most evil thing Bo's done?
So far.
Question is, there's some room, but like, yeah, I think so. That's pretty fucking diabolical.
But it's very funny.
It's very funny.
We have made an enemy this day.
That's all that matters.
Oh man.
Watch Dusseldorf become like the BBEG at this point.
Yeah.
Or making them. Like, that could be that dude's villain origin story.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So y'all want to head to the coordinates? So
Yes.
all right. So are you going to check in with Narcisse first, or are you just going to head there? Important question.
I mean, there's no reason, right? We got the phone, we got the telephone.
You do.
Mine's broken.
What do you mean? How did yours break? You just got him yesterday.
You used
I
it
used it
once and it's
already.
already broken?
Yeah. It won't work until tomorrow.
Oh, then it's not okay. I thought you
It's
meant
not.
like broken.
I say let's not bring her for now, because what if we find something that we don't want her knowing about? I'm still not 100% on these crown folk.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not
I mean,
opposed.
she did say she was getting us lodgings. No reason we can't go check it out now.
It is interesting that this project was commissioned by the last king, and here this knight, this paladin, who works for the crown, has no idea anything about it.
And it was decommissioned on his death? Like it was life,
It's
death,
sizzled
over?
out.
Yep. Seems to be the timeline there.
Could have been secret.
There's something not quite adding up, and I think until we figure out what's going on, I'd best stay away from these crowns folk.
Well, let's go check it out and we'll be the judges of that.
All right.
Vamonos.
So you all head down to the Icewind Beach here.
Where are we
Um,
going? Icewind Beach.
What a beach!
Yeah. So it is a beach, and it is also pretty cold. This is not swimming weather first thing in the morning. You get down here, and is the goal? Yeah, to just go straight to the coordinates. That's the plan. You gonna kind of explore the beach any more than that, or just go right for it?
Well, head to the coordinates.
Yeah, nowhere else we'd really explore.
Sure. So as you go, there's little like cave openings and little outcroppings and stuff along the way, as you would find at like any beach, right? Like little inlets here and there. But specifically, when you get to the coordinate spot, the cave you find, the entrance to it almost looks like a little artificial. It almost looks like constructed. This particular entrance, you're like, whoa, that doesn't seem like this naturally happened here. And yeah, this is what
But-
Yes.
But there's no like gate, like keep out, private entrance, anything like that. Danger, keep out, anything
You
like
see
that.
nothing like that from the outside. It just seems to be a cave. I mean, if you want to do some more rolls, go for it. But as of now, it just looks like a cave opening that looks maybe a little artificial.
Well,
there
this
any,
must be it.
Are there any footprints or signs of traffic?
No.
Well, if there's no trespassing sign, I say that's just basically the equivalent of a welcome mat. I say let's go in.
Let's head inside.
All
Okay.
right.
Is it dark
Go-
in there?
Yeah, it's gonna be dark.
Hey kids, I have a problem. Hold on.
You have torches.
I have to light a torch.
Okay. So you all take a step in, and you notice it's only like maybe like 10 feet in before there's a little like, goes around a bend, and then you lose your line of sight. So you walk in, you come up to that bend, and as you turn around it, you were just met with another cave wall. Like, it just seems like this weirdly shallow, like basically you walked a few feet, you turned, and then you walked like another foot, and all of a sudden that seems to be the end of the tunnel. It's just wall.
Not walk into it. Push your hand on it.
I was
Hey,
gonna
man.
start feeling it up.
Okay. You're just gonna touch it?
Think Henry touches
Rich
it.
people have these things all the fucking time. Like, you go into their house and you're like, there's nothing good here. And they have an entire illusory wall blocking an entire path of the hallway. Like, come on.
All right, so you're just like feeling around for like maybe like a pressure spot or something there.
Maybe like a
Well-
handhold, secret switch or something like that.
Okay. So or Henry's doing that rather, my mistake. So Henry, as you're doing that, I'll just say like if you're going thoroughly over the wall, I won't make you roll for it, but you will see as you were doing that, you will spot. I've made this larger just so you can see it better. You guys will see there's like almost like a little rune carved into the wall, and you would all recognize this as the king's seal of the Shore family, the Rowe family. This is their like kind of family seal.
Quick, play the princess's lullaby.
And as far as the scale, it's like probably about the size of the palm of your hand. It's not like huge. It's like you kind of have to know it's there to find it. But with Henry being, thorough, she would find it.
Sorry, the seal of the what?
Of the royal family. So of the previous king and that whole line. This is the Shore family seal.
Do we just
It is a wave kind of breaking on the shore. That's what
do we just touch it?
Smack it.
Pop
you-
it.
You smack it and nothing happens.
Oh,
Hmm.
I tried.
I'm gonna take a little bit
Let's
of
go
water
home.
from my canteen and I'm gonna splash water on it.
Okay. You definitely, if you're splashing on it, it definitely kind of cleans it up. It's definitely gotten like really dusty, what have you. So it does look more kind of shimmery. Like you have definitely cleaned it up by doing that.
Mhm.
Open.
One more level till I get to text magic, kind of.
Henry, you say open, and there's like a faint glow, but not like just for like a moment. But nothing changed. It's almost like a wrong answer kind of glow.
Open, please.
Same kind of
Open
little like
sesame.
fur.
Henry, please allow me. Open.
Oh wow, that was incredible.
This is
Uh,
broken, clearly.
I'm gonna say it in Elvish.
The same word, open.
Yeah.
Same level. You all are getting like the same kind of flash of like acknowledgement
this
that you're
cave.
trying a password, but this is not the password.
Say it in GIF.
Interesting.
He'll
Same
try.
answer?
I know Gith. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
That is true.
8-9, you know GIF?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows that 8-9 knows Gith.
Any response from saying open and Gith?
No.
The walls cave in.
We die.
Yeah, spears. yeah.
I'm gonna take around. I'll look around the other walls just to see if there's anything else.
Sure.
Bismarck the Wave Breaker.
Is that what you say, Henry?
Yeah.
It
And doing
fully
this
lights
thing
up.
with my arms.
when you say Bismarck, it fully lights up,
Oh my god, I'm a genius.
and there's a kind of a slow rumble as it like parts, and it's not like a super wide hallway, but it is now opened enough that the tunnel extends and you can walk beyond it.
Good
Say
going,
about-
Henry. Well,
What did I
we
say
know.
about rich people?
I think we know who the smart one in the group is.
Got a +3 intelligence, guys.
She actually is though.
But I got a real low charisma, so I'm just a little asshole.
Don't the rest of us have like 8s in intelligence?
Rocking that -1.
8-9's a -1.
Yeah. He's got 8 intelligence.
All of
He's
us are
got
-1,
wicked
I
charisma,
think.
though.
Except for Henry.
No, he has no
Is-
charisma either.
Henry's
Listen,
a
I ain't no
freaking
wizard.
genius compared to the rest of us.
Got 16 intelligence.
Okay, so Andrew needs to make a smart, friendly healer. Is that what's missing?
Ideally.
Well, we have
Alright.
smarts.
That's true.
And we
Uh,
have all the friend we need.
Got it.
I'd like
Alright,
to
so-
think that a +3 intelligence to us is a +4. Like, just in comparison, because it's 4 removed.
Oh.
That's funny.
We view
it's a
ourselves
net-
as normal, so to us, she's a +4.
Yeah.
That's really funny. She's a relative +4. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a fucking
That's
genius.
Well, we know who our puzzle solver is in that case. Let's, I guess, move forward now. She might be smart, but she can't see shite in the dark.
You got a torch.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I've got a torch, but I don't want to go first. So, or I guess, do we want to check for traps? Hold on.
I'll
I'm gonna
go
check for
first and
traps
I'll
before
check
we
for traps. I'll do the scout thing.
I can't see shit.
And
So-
that's why we bring 8-9. It's all coming together.
That's what I'm good for. Looking for traps.
For setting off traps. I mean, looking for traps.
You is for you and me.
All right. So is this like an active, like you're checking as you guys are moving forward kind of roll, Artem?
Yeah, 8-9 will keep looking as he moves forward. My passive is also 16. If you just want to use that.
Dope. Okay. Yeah.
Very nice.
Well,
Jesus.
that's great all around. So you go around this bend, you go a little bit more, and then you notice now it starts to bend again to the point where you're kind of doing a 180 and you're kind of oriented back toward the water now, and then you're going to start like it's like a slow descent. As you're going 8-9, you're not spotting any traps, but it's definitely getting like darker, damper. You're smelling more of the salt, the brine of the ocean, what have you. And if you are if this is kind of an all-encompassing senses thing, you are also going to hear after some time of walking, like it seems like you've not like a long time, let's say it's probably like 5 minutes down, and it starts to level out. There's another sort of bend, and around that bend you're going to hear, it sounds like the lapping of water, and you are also going to hear sort of mutterings of a language that none of you understand, but given the encounter you just had on the boat, something you recognize as more Sahuagin speak.
I cast comprehend languages.
Ooh.
Zing!
All right,
Hey
both
now.
came prepared.
There's that utility.
Also crossbow ready.
Also, I need to roll a d20.
Oh no, not in here.
All right, you're good. Comprehend languages. So that is, can you give me just the wording on? I know like the baseline, but just
I can understand written and verbal languages.
Okay.
I
it's like-
cannot understand like dog, like beast speech.
Sure.
But
But
anything that's actual language, I can understand.
yeah, this definitely
for the next
qualify.
hour, I think.
It's an hour. Okay.
I think
nice.
so. Let me check.
Okay.
Spells.
Yeah, 1 hour. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what you're hearing, it almost sounds like two there's like two bickering voices you kind of hear, Bo, and they're still like some distance away, maybe like 20-30 feet, but it's like because it's like reverberating through the tunnel, that's why you're hearing it, right? And you just hear like it's like, no, I'm telling you, like it felt like more of a breeze for a second, and then the noise stopped, and then the other one's just like, yeah, but the king's gonna be real mad if we leave our post, okay? You know how important all this is to him. Just look at it. No one ever leaves this place. They just stare at the thing all day, him included. He doesn't want us moving from this spot.
I use message to very quietly whisper this to everyone else as I'm hearing it.
We should stealth, you think? Maybe a hooded lantern?
Oh, that's right. You have one of those.
I think
I do.
I think we have people who are good at stealth and people who are bad at stealth. I think the people who are good should maybe go out in front. Because, I'm sorry, Azaf, but we're probably going to fuck it up for the rest of them.
This is true.
Our armor is quite loud.
All right, I'm gonna try and move up and get a better look.
Okay. Henry, you moving with him, I assume?
Nice.
I have the time. I'll move over to the hooded lantern. And here we go. I fall. I drop the fucking lantern. I trip. I cry. I go home.
Do you have inspiration?
I do. I do have inspiration.
She's like, I'm not using it for this.
No, but I will.
Do you have luck
Let me-
points?
Wait, no.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Hey!
It looked like it was gonna be a 1, and I was just gonna hop off the call.
All right, so Henry and 8-9 ease their way around the bend, and now they're able to see like sort of into this like grotto that you've like walked your way into, this sort of like underwater chamber. And what you see is you round that corner. Come on. What you see is you round that
Oh
corner.
my god.
Yeah, that's the reaction I was hoping for.
I snuff that lantern. I'm like, nobody's seeing that. No.
Ryan, is that you pinging that?
Stranger danger!
I
There's
knew
so
you
many
were-
things I want to ping. There's so many of
Oh,
those.
man.
There's another one of those. There's a
Yeah,
dude
I
on a throne. That's bad news.
Yeah, the shark giant was definitely for Ryan. I knew you'd pick up on that one.
Alrighty,
you-
well, I guess I got a lot we gotta fight.
So you round the corner, and yeah, so you see this. It is this large underwater, perhaps like partially underwater sort of chamber that you found yourself in, right? There are a bunch of Sahuagin around. Of like you recognize like a similar kind to the one that you fought. You recognize there's some of like the alphas. There's some other like forms maybe that you don't recognize. Maybe some smaller ones. There's one back there on like sort of an artificial kind of rock seating. There are two that are even bigger than the alphas that you've fought before. Like there is some. This is like there is a whole Sahuagin like population essentially living here, like a whole tribe in this cavern. And then in the middle of the cavern, in the water, is this shark-like mechanical something with a like a dry dock, not dry dock because it's in the water, but like like a dock scaffolding situation around it. I also have if you want like a top-down view of this, I have it as well. But for now, this was like the reveal image
How
as far as what you initially see.
how big is the machine?
Quite big. It is. Oh, that's really zoomed in.
It was
Sorry.
like actual submarine size or like 5-person submarine?
Well, Artem can ask that. The characters don't know.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
sub
I'm just trying to get a
necessarily.
sense of scale.
Yeah. Give me 1
It's
second.
like a bus
Yeah.
or
It
like a
is-
15 pass.
It is 50 feet long.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Okay.
well, okay.
It is 50 feet long. It is. If you go from like the top of the fin down, that's 30 feet. And then it's probably equally about 30 feet thick.
You're a thick boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to point out a yacht is about 50 feet long.
Oh, yeah, there you go. It's yacht size. Biz yacht. There you go.
So this is just like a throne room that also happens to have a submarine docked at it.
It is so. If you wanted to kind of gaze at that throne, it's less like proper constructed throne and more that whoever the leader of this tribe is was like, this is kind of a seat. I'm gonna make this my seat. Like it's more rock and less constructed throne.
It's a repurposed area.
Yeah.
Now-
There you go.
Bo said they were talking about the boss. Does it look like King is on the throne, or did we kill the king on our ship?
You did not kill the king. There was definitely someone seated on that throne.
Got it.
The big guys you can see like here and here. These are the same as the big guys you fought on the boat.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
Last question. Does it seem like the water under it keeps going down, or does it seem like this grotto needs to be flooded in order for this to get out?
Sorry, just keeps going down through me for a second. It's yeah,
Like,
I
is
would
this
say
a high tide, low tide
Yeah, I
situation
gotcha.
here?
I would say you're able to surmise that there's some tide differences. However, considering y'all came through like the business entrance, more than likely the Sahuagin found it just by means of like they came up out of the water and found it, as opposed to finding where you guys entered from.
Got it. Okay. He's gonna put a hand on Henry's shoulder and guide her back to Bo and Aesop and say everything we just saw around the bend. There's a lot of them.
Wow.
We shouldn't go in there.
We're not equipped for this.
But also,
Could-
what if we just took it and dove?
We have to get to it.
You guys don't know what it is necessarily yet. This I would say this like submarines don't exist in this world.
No, I know,
this-
but I think well, I guess I'll roll an intelligence to see if
Yeah.
It looked like a fish, and it's
it
in
does
the
look
water.
like a fish. Never mind.
No,
We
you
can't-
were onto something.
We
You were
can't
onto
lift
something.
it. We can't lift it and get it out of here. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do.
it does look like a large like construct fish. Like that much would be.
No,
like,
he's
apparent.
100% correct. We cannot pick that up and come out here with it.
Well,
But also-
what exactly was the crown tasking us to do with this information now that we know what's at the coordinates?
I think we're just finding out what it is, right? They didn't tell us to bring this thing home.
Alrighty,
This-
well, we found out the crown can frickin' bring an army in here and squash them all and then deal with it.
Do we want to call Narcisse and just be like, hey girl, we found it.
Yeah, but what
Have a
if
good day.
What if the Sahuagin take it underwater? We'll never find it again.
That's true.
I mean, it's been, what, nearly 10 years that it's been down here, we assume? Why would we think that suddenly it would be taken
Oh.
now?
Because
let
they
me
have
also-
a giant shark guy, and I'm anticipating anything.
Let me also say, when you guys were like observing the room, the thing like it's kind of suspended out of the water on its scaffolding.
Mhm.
It doesn't look like rusted in any way. Like it actually looks like pretty pristine. Like it is not.
Oh wow,
been-
no oxidation or anything from salt water. Incredible.
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
for
there's
it.
like that. Like there's no like. It does not look like it's been used yet.
Mhm.
I mean, there's
Maybe
no
this is
saying-
what
Sorry, go ahead.
maybe this is what they were referring to on the ship. You will not take our weapon. This could be the thing that they're speaking.
But it's a giant fish. How is it a weapon? I mean, but maybe.
In the water, it could be a very valuable weapon.
You
Maybe
think
Depending
it's
on
like
what
some
it's
kind
capable
of- Maybe it's like a killer whale, you know?
so? It's only a weapon if you're in the water. How useful is that?
Pretty useful if you're a fish people.
That's pretty land-centric of you to say.
Like, oh no, I'm in the water. Oop, I'm out. What are you gonna do?
I mean,
Very aero normative of you to just assume that having a weapon in the water wouldn't be good. It's very good, actually.
I mean, 8-9's gonna like step lightly on the ground under him. Ooh, I found its weakness.
That's not fair. That's not fair. You know there's more water than land, right?
We're coming. It'll take a few years.
I think we call this in.
I think so too. It's too big for us. There's no way we'd lift it out of here.
And even if we could get to it without dying. Yeah, no. There's
Well,
No
that's
way.
assuming we're fighting them head on. So who again aren't the brightest of creatures?
You guys want the like tactical view of the room as well?
Yeah, but in full honesty, neither are we.
I was about to say that. Yeah, that's fair.
Do you want to
No.
see like?
I'm
sorry.
super
Yeah, that'd be
bright. Fuck you all.
Yeah,
But
just see more of a layout of the actual.
Sorry, I was just talking about the main.
Here you go.
Henry's like, you guys are the idiots. Don't pull me in.
I'm so smart.
Here's your layout of the actual room.
You know what,
This
guys?
seems
You know what,
good to
though,
me.
gents? I really don't like the giant shark guy.
There's two of them.
There's fucking two of them, and there's two big guys, and there's a guy on a throne, and there's a million of the little guys. No way.
We were here on a fact-finding mission. We're not expected to take this whole camp by force. Just the 5 of us, or the 4 of us.
It'd be one thing if we could do arson, but we're in an underwater cave.
Yeah,
So
I say let's call it in.
Let's head back up to the beach and call her here.
mhm.
Let's see what she says.
Sounds good to
All
me.
right.
Let's go to the beach. Beach.
All right. You make
Ninky
way back up.
Minaj.
I'll volunteer to do the sending because I also.
Good reference.
I'll volunteer to do the sending.
Okay, let me go back to the beach.
Is
Okay.
there
Oh,
a
that's
limit
right. We
to
have
the
sending
word count with?
stones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it
Same as normal sending, the 25 word. It's basically like
okay.
everybody once a day can send the sending. Whoever they send it to gets the free response as part of that spell. But it's once a day. It's like a once a day transmission for each of you.
We followed the coordinates and found a Sahuligan weapon that may have once belonged to the crown. Please advise while we wait. Okay, thank you.
Did you tell her?
Did you mention the army?
Did you mention where you are?
Yeah, I said we followed the coordinates.
Oh, okay, great, okay. You already found it. Well, good work, I suppose. I've procured our lodgings at the inn in town. I will meet you at the coordinates.
All right, guys. She says she's gonna meet us here. So, beach episode? Beach episode? Beach episode?
It's
Beach
kind of
episode?
cold.
Yeah, this beach
Cool.
isn't great.
8-9 is
Just
gonna
like-
keep his crossbow on the opening, just
Okay.
in case.
As you go back up, the doors are still that rock door is still going to be open. Is that how you're going to leave it, or do you want to try to close it again? What's the move?
Did we just say Bismarck again?
Does
let's
8-9
try and
say
close
that
it
out
if
loud?
we can.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that was easy.
Alrighty, but please be aware that they did mention the sound of it. If we open it again, there might be some people investigating. We can't expect that it'll be as easy as it was the first time to get in there. But it might not be our problem. Maybe it's the Crown's problem.
With
We
it
can
being
draw
the ground's
them
problem.
How wide was that passage we were walking through?
It was wide enough for a person to walk down and like not feel cramped, but like side by side would be a little tighter. It's probably like 8 feet across, probably about 8 high.
Ah, you
That's
want a
lovely,
300
actually.
this one? Bring him to
That's-
us. Narrow him down.
That's lovely, actually.
That would certainly limit the larger creatures from getting to us right away.
Like they'd have to go around.
Yeah,
We're
but
taking
here's
a
the
long
thing.
way, Biff.
Here's the thing. We only know of one way in and out. If they know more and can come around and fuck us in the ass, then we're fucking dead.
Where,
I do not want that.
Can we guess where that was? Was it under the water?
Yeah, it was kind of like
Down.
There
yeah, so it
wasn't.
was down.
There was light coming in, right?
Yeah. So what I'm kind of what I'm kind of picturing is, you know how like you have those people who like they will go swimming and they'll be swimming in like a cliff, like there's a cave.
There's a
entrance under
cave
the water.
water.
I'm gonna swim in it, and
Fucking
like
gross.
as they do, they will then surface inside of a cave, right?
Hate it. Yeah.
That is essentially the route that the Sahuagin would take to get in. That, like that's how they found it. So it's one of
So-
those like. Go ahead.
But
So there's
so,
another way. They could.
but it's
turn
on
around.
land, right? Because if there's light coming in, right?
Yeah, there seems to be. Yeah, so if you're trying to like look for it and like pinpoint it at the moment, like for an RC skits here, I would say you could do that if you kind of want to trace it out like that.
Yeah. Could I like use survival or something and like explore the rocks a little bit while we're waiting to try and see if there is an opening that goes down?
Sure.
So these guys are just kind of scavengers. For
Cool.
opportunities.
Oh ho!
I see something. 8-9
My
got a
oven
waypoint
eyes.
on his compass. Yeah. Yeah, 8-9. You head over to this like lovely structure over here, and you were able to find a spot, yeah, where there's like it's a very narrow kind of break, like like one of those going down, but you can kind of see, and like it's hard for you to actually like really look down and see just because of the nature of it, but you can tell this is the spot, this is where the light goes in.
Got
We
it.
are above it if we are right here.
He's gonna let everybody know that that's where it is.
So
I mean-
presumably their swimming entrance is like on the other side of this somewhere, and a little
Yeah.
lower in the water.
So a deep underground cavern under the beach.
Yep, we're just a little out from the beach. Yeah.
I mean, I think it makes sense that the crown would want us to reclaim this weapon, vessel. Could be even a ship of some kind. Actually, hold on. Do I know what it is?
I don't know. It's a ship that doesn't have any deck. That seems kind of dumb.
I'm more stumped than 8-9 is on this. It could be literally anything.
No, you're right.
Henry's just like, I have ideas, but they outnumber me.
Wait, I want to roll. Hold on.
It's like all of us are just dumb. Is like,
Is
I don't know.
this
This is such a
intelligent?
fucking weird thing. And Henry's
Is
just
this
like,
plus 3?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is a new sight for everybody. Like, there's that at least.
Oh.
I don't know.
Beautiful.
it was
Why
on
would
the
I know
18
about
for a
this
second.
weird nautical thing? It could be like, I don't know. Like you write it?
It's a robot shark. That's what it is.
What's a
I haven't even
robot?
seen a shark. What's a shark?
Do you not know what a shark is?
No, I was mostly joking, but also
Roll
I don't
nature.
want to. Okay.
Hold on. Was she mostly
Does
joking?
Henry know
Hold
what
on.
a shark is? All right, Henry, you know what Oh, Henry.
Oh.
You've heard of sharks. You're not sure quite
so
what they
the
are.
thing of a shark is it's like a big fish.
Someone's definitely a city child.
Like the only shark she's heard of is a lone shark.
Perfect.
Someone that invests money?
I know what a shark is.
Oh man.
That's not a shark.
All right. So
Shark is the guy that lives down the block. Okay.
So A9 sees the spot above where the light goes in, and you can sort of presume like where the spot is, whatever. And eventually, Dame Narcisse will find. Wow, that imported massive that
They
picture.
also changed all the background color for weirdly.
Yeah, that's been a
Yeah.
thing Roll20's been doing now. Like if it, I don't know if it.
It
if it
takes
touches
the
the-
average of what's on.
Yeah, there you go.
and-
So if I
yeah.
touch the border like that, it kind of So anyway,
Kind of fun.
she's kind of trudging down there through like the damp sand with her like heavy armor on, just like. I suppose if it's called a wave diver, it would have to be toward the beach. Very well. Good work. What did you find?
Found that you don't want to go in there.
and that it's not a
There
shark.
were so many Sahuagin, and like so many different types. It's like you're gonna need a whole frickin' army to go in there and fight them all.
So more than what we saw on the boat.
Many
Quite
more.
a few more. And stronger and larger ones, I would assume.
Yeah,
I see.
and they were all surrounded by this. It's like they were trying to build a giant metal shark.
Giant metal. Fascinating. Is that Bismarck then? The giant metal shark?
Bismarck seems to be the password to get into the place.
But the old man mentioned that they were shipping lumber and steel, so that matches the description of whatever they were working on in secret.
So they were
Azov
building
thinks
this.
it's the weapon, but I mean, it's only useful in the water, so
Your people are
Again.
safe.
Pretty useful.
Well, if it's a weapon that could work in the water, makes me wonder what the other teams are investigating. If there's one meant for land and one meant for the sky.
I'm admittedly a little bit more concerned about those.
we should have gone to the sky one. That one sounds actually useful.
Okay.
That's the
Mr.
air
Sheridan.
genasi.
Wow. Showing your bias.
Land, air, and sea, but only air.
Well, good work on tracing the coordinates. It does sound like
Yeah.
we would perhaps need more forces to take the place. However, my concern is time and getting them here. We don't know who else knows of these coordinates. We know that the Emperor,
One of the birds got
Tried.
away.
and I would not be surprised if he has his own party dispatched to come to these very same coordinates.
Did get away.
I don't
That's
know if we can wrestle it away from the Sahuagin on our own, but well, as of you understood or spoke to some degree to them on the boat, did you not? Is there a way we could barter or trade or do something with them to help our situation?
Well, Bo is capable of understanding them admittedly better than I am. Sahuagin are not a part of the Tritus Empire. They're a little difficult to work with.
I've been told there's something like Knolls of the Sea.
More or less.
How long did it take our paladin friend to get to the beach?
How much time did you guys spend down there, like observing? Would you say?
I mean, I feel like we went down. We were probably a little slow because we were wary of traps and we were
Cautious,
sneaking. But then we saw the thing. We're like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I'm gonna based on the question that you want to ask Richard, I'm gonna say the comprehend languages would expire by the time you go back down.
Well, I'm sorry, but unless we wait till tomorrow, I'll not be of much use. Actually, no, wait, that's not true. I can cast it as a ritual. I just need 10 more minutes, and then I can cast it again.
Oh, okay.
In fact, let's just say that while he was waiting, he was gonna be just kind of meditating and doing that because he wants to keep it going on for longer.
So we go back down then. Is that the plan?
And try to negotiate with him?
Can you do that with the magic you're casting?
I can only understand. I can't talk to them. maybe Azov can speak a little bit, and I can help with the understanding. And even then, at least they don't know we just killed a bunch of their kind, right? None of them got away. We left no survivors.
No,
This is true.
They didn't, but also, Azov, you said that they literally were commenting about how will never take their weapon. And if that's the weapon, I don't think they're getting let go of it.
yes, I'm very curious what they would be willing to trade or offer in exchange for it, given that there's seemingly 24-hour guards of it.
Well, what else did you find in your investigation today? Is this all you've done? Is there more that we can work off of here?
I mean, there's a king down there.
King
We
down
just
there.
know it used to be a project that was being worked on until the king died. Not the most recent king. You know, the king from earlier.
Yes. Before. Hold on, I have his name written down. That way I can actually where is it?
Was
Give
the
his
druid
actual name.
Phineas? Was like the druid important?
Is that who's asking me that? Sid or Henry?
Sydney's asking the people that would have the information about the druid. Like, because he was just a druid that was down there, like, sculpting the shit, right?
He was working with them in some
Like,
capacity.
working with them? Okay, well, we have a name of a druid who's no longer here.
But if he was working with everybody on the project, he knows how it works. And if we can activate the weapon, I mean, they're in the water
That's
at
true.
the least.
It's true.
Well, that may
But-
be worth investigating. This druid you heard of.
But Harold Middleman might be more important than anybody. We don't know.
It's also possible we are somewhat representative of the crown. We could promise an exchange of some kind for the wave diver. Maybe some scrap of land that the crown doesn't deem very useful.
Property.
Those do exist.
Do you think
Now,
the fish people
who are we
want
worried
land?
about getting their hands on this if we don't? The GIF?
Yep.
Yes.
Like Emperor Ganrak the 22nd or some shit. Like, who started this whole thing.
Right.
How many of them were in there? There was like a whole bunch of little guys. There were two big guys. There was a king. There was that thing y'all are calling a shark.
There you go.
It's like if a shark and an ogre had a baby.
The Shogur. And,
Rocks have layers.
oh lord. Oh lordy lord.
A little over 1.5
So there's-
times.
Yeah. So there's 20 little guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 alphas. There's 2 of the big things you haven't seen before, and then there's a king.
How's their society work? If we kill the king, do they all just sort of go,
They're not a hive mind.
No, that was a good question. That would have been good.
I would say, I mean, Azov, you would be the most familiar if you would like to roll nature regarding them, maybe.
Sure. Or a history.
Like,
Yeah,
has-
either one.
Has anyone seen Fifth Element where if you kill the leader, right? Don't they all like get totally... No, never mind.
I'll be honest, when I was told that they aren't a part of the Tritus Empire, stop paying attention to them.
That tracks.
But from what I can guess, they seem to respect power, they seem to respect strength, and they like stuff, not unlike your land gnolls.
Yes. Well, if there's stuff we could offer, suppose we can do that, although we still need a means of communication. Do we know where this druid is?
But sure.
Oh, yeah. Keep on getting hints that we should check out that shrine. I think we should.
Well, I suppose let's be off to the shrine.
Alright, let's go.
Anyone else just got sand all over the place? We didn't even go to the beach.
Oh my god, it's everywhere.
Isn't it
Uh,
great?
It's really not.
Do you guys want to bio break and then we'll pick up when you get to the shrine, or do you want to go for a little bit longer before that?
I'm good for bio break.
Good for okay. So we'll bio
Water.
break, and you guys will head to the shrine.
Alrighty.
Hey, we're back.
All right, we're back, and you guys are headed off to the Scarret Shrine. It is so if the beach is to the north side of town, right? Then the Scarret Shrine's like kind of south out of town a little bit. So it's a bit of a walk there. You probably walk for like maybe close to an hour, honestly, to get there. So it's getting to be about in the afternoon by the time you get there. And you enter in kind of a little sort of like not orchard, like full on forest, but like there is a patch of trees as you head toward where the shrine to be. And as you approach it, yeah, you see this it's this kind of gazebo looking monument, and the altar has like a carved acorn on top of it. The acorn being the symbol of Scarret. And you see, this is what you see before you as you approach. This is with the acorn on top, it probably stands about 5 feet, I would say.
Are there any small beasts, any furry little critters like squirrels or rodents of any kind that I could potentially speak to?
There are definitely some things around, yeah. Like you said, squirrels, what have you, for sure.
I can't directly speak with them, but through gestures and little kind of sounds, I can communicate basic ideas with small beasts. And I want to ask them if they have seen any like shape changers. Trying to communicate, like, have you seen a druid around here?
They will sort of just like, what does it say about like how they respond to you? Or does it say that they just so I give
I'll
you
have to look it up.
Okay, yeah, just so I give you an accurate response to what they're doing.
Okay. Through sound and gestures, you may communicate simple ideas with smaller beasts. That's all it says.
Okay. You make your gestures, you kind of whatever, and you'll see them. They'll be like kind of like listening, and then they'll kind of like look up a little bit as you do that.
I look up in the direction that they nudge towards.
All right, you look up, and there's an owl sitting up there, and the owl will hop off its perch and flutter down, and as it does, it will transform. As it forms into the druid, this individual will land before you. She stands roughly, I'm gonna say probably my height, like 5'7" or so. So she kind of comes out of the owl, maybe kind of half lands in like the Marvel superhero pose a little bit as she like comes to the ground and stands back up and just, well, hello there. Haven't had out-of-towners visit the shrine in some time.
I can't imagine that many people are worshiping this particular god. What does the god mean to you?
Oh, Scarret. Well, he's a god of community and nature. And she kind of gestures to the woodland creatures around. I definitely find my community in nature. So it's a good place to be. I'm sorry, I should introduce myself. My name is Bella. I'm the keeper of this shrine.
Oh, well, hello there, Bella. We are actually on a couple things of business.
Well,
the first one being Scarret. The first one being we're trying to learn more about Scarret and, quite honestly, trying to figure out if he's my dang dad.
And she'll kind of look at you and the horns and everything. Well, there's a thought. I suppose there's no reason why Scarret couldn't procreate. But I'd be lying if I said I had any solid information on that. In terms of who he is, I mean, I can tell you about the shrine and what have you.
Well, sure. Why don't you just give your whole spiel then? I I'm curious what I might learn from it.
Yeah. And just as I'm assuming you're all there, you all introduce yourselves to her. Is that accurate?
Hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
So she is actually going to like launch into full kind of tour guide mode upon you saying this. Well, we have here the Icewind Scarret Shrine. Now, this was constructed roughly 400 years ago at the same time the Icewind windmills went up. You know, back in the day, an engineer got the idea to harness those cold winds from the north, and we thought, hey, we could use those north sword winds to maybe power some machinery or what have you here, and we did. Now we have the windmills that churn out grain, and we have the number one and only one export of Icewind going out of here. And in terms of imports, well, we have our Scarret Shrine and not much else, so I don't know if the Icewind tourism game is going to be getting any bigger anytime soon, but we sure love visitors, and I'm sure glad to have you all here. And to be honest, this is the first time I've ever actually been able to give this speech like this. So thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Sure thing. Well, second piece of business is, you see, we found ourselves in a wee cave that, well, how do I say this? There may have been a project to build some kind of weapon about 7 or 8 years ago before the king's untimely death. Do you know anything about... I've already forgot the word.
Bismarck?
Bismarck. You know anything about Bismarck?
I try to operate more on peace than weapons. My predecessor would have known more about Bismarck, that's for sure.
Well, where do we find him?
Well, I actually lost him not that long ago.
Oh, where'd you last see him?
Oh, down at the beach, and then someone took him.
What? Oh, he was taken.
Oh, sorry, I should have explained better. Are any of you familiar with a Professor Orb?
That sounds familiar.
It is like one of the coolest things I found in the handbook, and I was like, I'm using this.
Can I roll a history or an arcana
Anybody can roll on that.
or an acrobatics?
I'm not even gonna roll.
Henry's like, I don't know, but I can do a backflip.
I know many things.
20.
I was
I
look like a 20 right there.
I don't know what a shark is.
But you know what a
Henry stole my
Professor Orb
20.
is.
That was history.
Okay, 20 history. Cool. Anyone else gonna roll for it? 20 is great, but just in case. Okay. Henry, you have heard of these professors. You haven't encountered one. Apparently they're rare and it takes like a good like magical concentration to do. But a Professor Orb is essentially this like sentient soul living within an orb. Like someone can like confer themselves into it to like sort of live on.
Okay. Ooh.
And- Mm-hmm.
And one just like came and like grabbed him, or he willfully like went in there. Is that what she's saying?
Well, if you want to ask her for more about that, you can.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to elaborate,
Right. Sorry,
ma'am, sweetie.
Phineas was always better at these things than me. He was sick, you see, and didn't really want to leave the forest and the shrine behind, and so he conferred himself into one of these Professor Orbs. I helped him with the ritual. The
Oh.
actual method was beyond me, but I sort of just helped gather what he needed, you know? And
So
that
you
way
didn't lose him, you lost the orb.
Well,
Which
the
is him.
orb is him, yes.
Mm.
Did it like roll away or something?
Well,
Just a real stiff breeze, just like boom,
he-
boom, 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 boom.
he wanted to go see the beach, and we were there, and
He was taken out to tide.
no, not out to tide. Okay, you know how certain animals like shiny things?
Yeah. Crows.
Well, we have these sort of giant hermit crabs sometimes around the beach, and one took Phineas away. As far as I know, he's fine, but he's, you know,
Keeping
with whatever
company with
else
the hermit crab.
that hermit crab has snatched.
Oh my god, it's the villain from Moana, you guys.
Kind of. That's twice Moana has come. Well, one was in the chat, but twice Moana has come up.
So
Picking
a
like-
crab came up and took him, and that's it? He's gone now?
Well, first of all, this crab was roughly the size of, well, actually, Bo, about your size at the time. They tend to grow quite fast, so I imagine it's larger now. And I assume it took them to, like I said, wherever it's hoarding the other shiny things it's picked off the beach. But
Everyone, I think
they
it's essential that we find this orb and liberate it from this creature.
And sell it for a nice profit.
It's
Oh.
not.
There's
It's
a-
not a.
there's a per-
It's
there's a
not a
person in
thing.
here,
It's Phineas. He's aware. He's sentient. He's just immobile.
Well,
Yes,
Phineas
you
is-
take your orb back. Your orb, mentor, and we'll take a finder's fee. We'll say the rest of the crab's hoard.
I mean, I don't have any use for it, so
Oh, now, this is your mentor, your master, after all. You have to rescue him, or it, whatever his pronouns are, as a rock.
I assume he'd still use his in life, which was just yes, he hims. Right. Well, I've never had the confidence to go get it myself, but you all seem like a strong lot. If you,
I don't think we could take on a horde of Swaloogiligans, but I do think we could probably take a crab.
Yeah, I think so too.
Narcisse is just going to turn you all and say, like, if we're choosing a fight, that would be the better one. If it turns violent, I don't know how a hermit crab operates. You're from the water, Azov. Any ideas?
Oh, yes. My third grade teacher was actually a hermit crab. She was real mean, but, as long as you stay out of the range of the pincers, they're not that bad.
Well, there's nothing better than dealing with a crab than a hammer. Let's go.
That's spoken like a Marylander right there.
It's
Um,
me, from Maryland.
I got a
she will-
nice big mallet here to hit a nice big crab. We'll be feasting tonight for sure.
She will well, again, only if we need to harm it. I suppose we'll see what happens. One moment, and she'll turn to some of the other creatures in the zone and just do little telling them to just keep an eye on the place when I'm gone.
When she turns around, Azov's going to be like, quick side hustle. All right, so here's my brilliant plan. We go, we kill this crab, we loot all of its treasure, we're very rich. But the next thing is, now that we've liberated this orb druid, is we use the power of the orb druid and their mentee to go back and destroy the Sanghagan. They will owe us a favor for saving them. And with
So
their
we
power
got
of
the
their
power.
druid,
Alrighty, I'm up for it. Let's go kill some crab.
Oh yeah. Use the power of the tree huggers.
I
Just
don't, I don't know, 8-9. This orb can understand 4 languages.
Okay.
if this druid is as powerful as he seems to lock his essence into an orb, he might be a valuable ally against these Sanghagan.
He might be powerful, but I don't know how smart he is if he put himself into an orb.
No intelligence of 18.
Or
Either
get
way,
stolen
is-
by a crab, for that matter.
Either way, it's more power than we got for now. So let's level
I mean,
up, so to speak.
Either way, what we're looking for, maybe this big. That's it. Just it's like here.
All right.
And 8-9,
Alrighty.
you're missing the bigger point here. There's a horde somewhere. And if we kill the crab, then we can take it.
Okay.
That's the spirit. That's the 8-9 I know.
Well, let's not forget the crab himself is the horde. It's gonna be a good load of meat on that bone.
True.
Know anybody that can cook it that is not Reggie?
Yeah,
You
I don't
cook?
want I don't want pea on the crab.
I don't want penis crab.
Listen, you just boil
Crab.
the dang crab. It ain't too hard. You throw it in some boiling water.
No butter?
I guess so. Yeah, sure.
All
Garlic?
right. The
Oh, hello.
forest animals are going to watch the shrine. Shall we be off, or was there more recipe talk?
No, I just throw in some
I want to
old
play
sea.
Delicious in Dungeon, and this is what we're gonna do.
First
Well,
thing, take out the pan. Fill it with water.
Make sure you get a good boil going.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty solid.
Thank you. Oh yeah, what a great show. All right, so she's gonna. Well, I suppose let's be off then. And yeah, she'll lead you guys back to the beach. She'll lead you back to the beach. And all right, now I have apparently Narcissus hanging out there. I have a general sense of where it went off to, but I suppose. And she like looks at 8-9. You're a capable tracker as well. No, you at least appear that way.
I mean, I can try. He's
Then we
gonna
ought to
look
be able-
around and see if there's any traces of crab.
Oh, with an 18, you got a good
Crab.
idea of the kind of like spots to check. Yeah.
I think 8-9 is like, well, there's traces in the sand that way. We should probably go that way.
Cool.
Big crab too. Like it's not just like we're looking for like a little bitty hermit crab.
Yeah. All right. So you do that, and you do find a cave entrance. And are you going to take a peek in? At first, you going right in. What's the plan?
8-9 can scout if we want.
Crab, what's it gonna do? You should scout it.
All right,
He's
that's
gonna
you. That's
stealth
you
in.
peeking ahead in the cave.
Yep.
Cool.
Do I need a
all
perception
right.
as well, or?
You have dark vision, right?
Yep.
God
Okay.
damn it.
It's not a particularly deep cave. It is. It is. Just a moment, please. It is from entrance to back of the cave. It's only 100 feet, 110 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not particularly big. But as you peek inside, I'm trying to find the image. Sorry. Here it is. That's what I was looking for. As you peek inside, you do see quite a large hermit crab.
Oh.
And in the cave also, this will kind of help with you looking in as far as dark vision. There's definitely a lot of glowies because it is essentially camped out on top of a big old pile of treasure.
How
Perfect.
big is it? Like you said, large.
How big is
but
the crab?
in D&D terms, is this large or is it actually huge or gargantuan?
It is.
Let's say colossal.
It is. So obviously the shell's kind of a weird shape, right?
Right.
So the shell looks to be about 13 feet deep and almost as many across. And so when it pokes its head out from sort of, if we say tail is like the triangular end of the shell to head poking out, this thing is 20 feet long.
Okay, so it is huge.
Yes, that'd be
sized.
considered huge. Yeah, up from large, right?
Yeah,
That's the
it's
next
one up from
Yeah.
large because
It
it,
would be
takes
huge.
4 squares in any direction. I think.
Yeah, thereabouts. It's a weird kind of approximation of what I kind of have on the grid here. And behind it is a pile of treasure that is 36 feet wide and about 10 feet deep.
Never
there-
leaving home again. Never leaving home again. What is this?
So this cave, like one entrance in, there's the thing in its hoard.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
And that is it.
Okay.
It's just where this hermit crab calls home.
All right. Well, he's gonna come back and let everybody know what he saw.
Yeah.
It's
By the way, this
pretty
big crab image apparently also a wizard's thing. It's from Magic the Gathering, apparently.
Oh, that makes sense.
So we're keeping it in
It
house.
reminded me of the crab from Fallout 4 DLC. Anyone play that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why is that Far
It was
Harbor?
like, yeah, it was like in a
Mhm.
bus.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't a bus.
Scared the
God
shit out of me.
damn.
Man, Far
Oh.
needs to go to islands more often because Far Harbor and Point Lookout.
Point
were
Lookout
both,
was
like,
really
great.
solid.
Yeah.
The hillbillies.
So, do we want to like lure it out with something shiny so that we don't have to fight it in a small space?
I mean, if you guys want to lure it out, I could go in and grab it. And I mean, I know what I'm looking for.
There's a lot of stuff in there, though. I kind of, for once, somehow, I'm kind of agreeing with Azov.
Oh, you want to like steal the crab horde?
I mean, there's a lot in there.
How about this? As an emissary of the sea, it's funny, Bo, you're able to speak to the small creatures of the land.
Mm-hmm.
As a Triton, I can speak to the creatures of the sea. And typically they show a bit of a difference towards the Triton. If I go in and command it to give me said orb, well, I can't understand what he or she will be saying. It will be likely willing to give the orb to me. And during that time, you all can get into advantageous position, and on the signal, we strike. How does that sound?
All right. Sounds good to me.
And actually,
I would insight, but it's a -1. I'll believe you. Sure.
Actually, yeah, is he just gonna let us?
I feel like this is gonna be
Take
Andre
it and
getting like
leave?
pummeled by a tree, but this time it's us off with a crab.
what are you inciting?
Or is this like a I'm gonna take it and leave, and you all are the distraction, actually, type thing?
No.
That's why I
Like Ryan.
incited.
No.
No, it's not. No. If anything, I'm the bait.
No.
I want to go up and use Emissary of the Sea. I want to go talk to it. I can't understand what it says, but I can be an
Yell
asshole
it.
and say,
Yeah. Give me the orb.
Oh man! All right.
if
All right,
anything, it's
I'll move you guys over to the cave map. Seems like it's a good time for that.
Jesus Christ.
Right? I said there was a lot. 8-9's not a liar.
Yeah, I didn't put the druid girl in here, but she's not really a
Oh.
fighter, so like we won't worry about it. But she's also there. These tokens should be correct, but obviously you've had a long rest, so whatever is applicable there. But yeah, the druid girl will tell you like, oh man, yeah, when it's that large, it's probably been snatching stuff off the beach for some time.
How long ago did she say that this thing snatched up the druid?
She didn't give an exact time on that, but it was probably like maybe a few months back.
Oh,
But
wow.
oh no, it would have. Sorry, no, it would have had to been longer than that. We'll say
Oh,
like,
okay. I was about to say.
maybe 2-3 years.
Okay. Okay.
But they definitely like this thing has ballooned since then.
and
But
she
yeah,
was just like, oh, well.
no, there's a reason she hasn't felt able to deal with this.
Baby.
I'm going to reach into my pack, which is just strewn over my back, and I'm going to pull out the Great Trident that I looted from the Sangwang Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give it a quick spit shine. Use the Cloak of Billowing to kind of clean off the blood and guts and grime to make it look shinier. Can I...
Mhm.
Do we have some oil or something? Maybe some soap to kind of clean it up a little bit?
I have.
Sorry, guys, give me 1 second.
I do have
Does anyone have
oil,
prestidigitation?
but it's
I
flammable
do.
oil.
Would you be able to do that to the Great Trident to make it all nice and pretty?
Yeah. So as long as I'm not distorting its value, that would be a whole other...
I will be the one distorting its value.
But yeah, I can make it look nicer.
Perfect.
I can remove any filth from it.
Then yeah, I'm going to use this as a pretend offering trade in exchange for the orb. And once it reveals where the orb is or trades said orb, we attack it and take it down.
I can minor illusion too if you need that.
Yeah, if you want to give it a little minor illusion, like a little glow or something like that.
Yeah.
You might have to, because if Prestidigitation removes the filth, I don't know if Azov can hold it.
Rude.
Yeah, a little bit.
There we
Rude!
go.
That one's a thinker.
Do we think we have to, like, not shoot it from the shell side?
That's what I'm wondering, if we need to like get it out of its shell or do something where, yeah, if we don't hit the shell part.
I do think the AC is going to be ridiculous.
Off the fucking chain. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Especially with the way some of us have been rolling tonight. It's me.
All right. We'll do this and then hopefully wrap like probably like right after it, because I should actually return that call. So for now, what's the plan?
He's
So,
gonna go talk to it.
Okay.
Before going in, however, I am going to draw from the moist, humid air of the beach, and I'm going to coalesce all that water from the sand and pull it into kind of like a water-bending little sphere, and I'm going to pull it onto my armor as I cast Armor of Agathis. And it's
Cool.
kind of like a room of ice that brightly shines on my armor and then kind of disappears.
Cool.
And that gives me an extra 5 HP.
Alrighty.
Right as I'm gonna say, like, just a prepping thing as we go in. Right as Azov is gonna start talking to it, I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike so that my next attack, whatever we actually do attack, will be the spell attack.
Okay. Cool.
And Bo has so graciously prestidigitized the great trident that we looted from the Sanguine Alpha. So
Minor
it's a more
illusion.
present. And some minor illusion for some extra spit shine. Azov is going to walk in and announce himself. Hello, proud hermit crab. I come bearing a humble gift, or possibly a trade, to your great magnificence.
Okay, and you're saying this in the language it, or the whatever it understands as your emissary of the sea.
Yeah, we can say it just says that they understand me. It doesn't really elaborate on that. All I know is that it's like I talk to a dog, basically.
Yeah, it's like what Bo did with the forest creatures, where it's like, yeah, you're
Right.
talking to them, but like, okay, so you're gonna do that, and that's people are in their positions now, or are you getting closer as Azov gets closer?
Yeah, I'm probably keeping like 10 feet behind
Okay.
him.
I'm probably gonna get a little closer.
So it's definitely like gonna well, I guess give me an insight roll if people want to on this thing, because his posture is gonna change as you are getting closer.
I just assume I'm gonna fail an insight.
8-9, you can tell it's definitely like with people entering its cave, it seems to be it's a little defensive. It's not like lashing out because it does understand what Azov is saying, but it's like it seems a little like put back, like ho, what's going on here? You're doing your you come in, you offer the trade, Azov, and it kind of looks at you. It looks a little puzzled, and it just kind of like reaches out a claw, does like a give.
I bring to you the great trident of a Sengwanghan Alpha, who nearly bested me in battle. Some say he was the greatest fighter of his entire village. I can't tell now because he is dead by my hands. But I am able to give you this in exchange for a small, paltry fee of the, annoying talking orb, I imagine.
You say that, and then you hear a voice from behind the shell, just like, "Excuse me? Annoying by whose measure?"
See that? I'm sure that's super annoying. You're just here, minding your own business. How about a simple trade? This shiny, nice, pointy stick for your orb.
Just give me animal handling or persuasion. I'll say either one of those in this case is okay.
I will take persuasion.
Okay.
And I am going to use friends.
Okay. Is there a save on its part? No, it's just advantage on you. Okay.
For up to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
And then you're going to need to get out of there.
That is the Azov way.
Well, potentially get out of there.
Friends did nothing.
Okay, so it snaps. It's gonna like snap the claw. It's going to so first it's gonna like kind of like roll the orb kind of off its pile of treasure a little bit. So it kind of rolls down a little bit. And just like, oh, we're moving again. Okay. Rolls away, and then it's going to with one claw on the thing, it's gonna like snap again forward, like at you.
Yes, I understand. Now, see, the tricky thing with this trident is there's 3 points, actually. And I know that sounds very simple and basic, but actually, and I'm going to keep rambling as people are able to get into their better positions.
It's doing like a gimme that.
This is as close as 8-9 needs to be.
So that's funny.
And then Azov will reluctantly hand over the great trident. It's like,
it takes the trident.
If you're okay, all right, take it.
It takes the trident. It's going to drop it on its pile, and it's going to, with a hand on the orb, it's going to do like this move. It's going to go.
What? I already gave you something. What more do you want?
It appears my friend would like something more.
Something more?
I'd prefer if you could give it to him.
I don't give him my hammer.
Yeah,
And
fuck
I'm gonna
this.
start charging up.
Okay.
And fight.
All right, let's do initiative.
Oh, I didn't have my token selected.
Where's my D20 roller? Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so. Okay, turn order. Oh, this is still sorry guys. It's got the old I gotta clear this. Remove this, clear, and then I'll have to add you back in manually. You know, it does that weird thing where it's like a turn order on a new page or whatever.
Mhm.
So everybody sees like it's just the crab in there for now. Everybody sees that, okay?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Bo's got a 7. Henry's got a 6.
Jesus Christ, guys, we rolled so freaking low.
The RNG's been a real bitch recently.
It only rolled a 12, so it's not like it did anything like amazing. Get
Did better than all us.
I'll get the Dame's sheet up
They
here.
roll like flirts with a 17 or something, and then it's like, no.
Yeah. All right, where's?
But this means we get all the horde.
Yeah. Where? Why can't it? Oh, there it is. All right, she's the only one who rolled better, apparently. All right. Well, okay. She's going to charge forward. She was hanging back a little bit. She's charging forward. And that's all she's going to do on her move. Now it's the crab's move. And Bo, you're right up on it. It's going to take a swipe at you there.
Okay.
All right, we have a 27's going to hit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
he's
right.
gonna go invisible on that hit.
Okay. For a total of 19, just clobbers you.
Ouch.
And 8-9, we go right to you.
Okay, well, so a couple things happen. So I did say I cast this when Azov
The
started
ensnaring, yep.
talking. I don't think it finished out yet, because it lasts a minute. So if I hit with this,
Yeah, it's definitely still up.
it will have to make a strength saving throw. So I am also activating two things. One, using my bonus action for Planar Warrior. And two, Favored Foe, which I can do just as an extra thing. So does a
Alrighty.
23 hit?
Definitely.
Cool.
You are. I'm assuming you were aiming at the crab bit and not the giant shell on its back.
Yes, the crab bit in the
you-
front.
Yes.
So it's going to take 9 force damage, an extra force damage from Favored Foe, and 3 extra force damage from Planar Warrior.
So 13 total there.
And then it also needs to make a strength saving throw. Probably going to be good, but I figured I should try.
Mm-hmm.
It's after ensnaring strike.
What's up?
Wow. Sorry, I had a D8 selected. 24 is its save. At first it was a 12, and I was like, but I had the wrong dice. Alrighty then. Bo, you just got clobbered, but you're up.
Alrighty. I am going to instinctively go into a panicked rage with that, and take a swing at it with advantage as a ability.
Definitely a hit.
Alrighty, that's 13 bludgeoning.
You deal 13. Anything else on your turn, Bo, or is that bonus and action?
That was bonus and action. I'm trying to decide if I want to move. I think he's just gonna stay in there for now.
Sorry, the Discord hiccup. Did you ask me a question?
No, I just said he's gonna stay in there for now.
Okay. Then Henry is up.
We're going to manifest those two kind of glowing pink spectral daggers, and I'm just gonna throw them because I ain't getting closer to that shit.
Okay.
Motherfucker. Okay.
We got 2 hits.
17. Oh, nice!
I mean, this thing's big. you
Look.
know?
I'm concerned.
You're,
Plus
yeah.
2d6 plus 1d4 plus 1 second. It's 3 and 6.
16. Very nice.
Oops, sorry. I missed a d6 for sneak. Hold on.
Oh, so there's more.
Plus 4.
Okay, so 1 second, because I typed a wrong thing there. So you just dealt 20. Bo dealt 13. And then we had also 13 from 8, 9. All right, cool. Great. Azov, now you're up.
Yeah. So what was it? A 14 was able to hit the crabby part?
I think that's the lowest so far, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll take it. He's gonna draw his trident and say, "You couldn't have just given me the goddamn rock." And he's gonna go up and first, as a bonus action, he is going to cast Hex. Target is strength savings throws, though I doubt he's going to be knocking him over anytime soon. And then he's going to, using his action, hit with, or attempt to attack with his Abyss Trident.
15 is a hit.
That is a 14 piercing, and it's a ghetto crit. It's max damage.
Nice.
18, and then 1 extra d6 of hex damage, or a minimum 1 point of necrotic damage.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. You rolled exactly its remaining HP if you would like to tell me how you want to do this.
Oh,
Then I guess he just kind of slips through and then just like right through the right in between his bulbous stalks.
All right, yeah, and it just like the crab just gives up the ghost. By the way, I've joked about it. We've joked about it before with like the using various creature sheets. This thing actually was an elephant and was going to just charge through all of you as soon as it got to its turn. So you saw how hard it punched Bo there.
Yeah.
So all right, so the crab just like goes down, and you just hear like a. Did the fight stop? Is everything okay out there? I'm not gonna do the filter forever, but it's kind of coming from within the orb,
Indeed it did, Sir Druid Orb creature. How big is this thing? It's like a bowling ball?
It is.
Dragon Ball?
It weighs 5 pounds.
It describes it as grapefruit size.
Size of a grapefruit, yeah.
And they got some pretty big ones now, but like grapefruit.
Azov will lean over and pick it up.
Okay, yeah, you pick it up. Well, pleased to make your acquaintance, my rescuers. The name is... Oh, I see you're confused. Yes, I emanate from within the orb. I'm fully aware of what is happening. I'm just immobile. My name is...
You feel this?
Whoa. Easy.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm kidding. I didn't actually feel that.
Oh.
It's just a sentience kind of thing. Anyway, Phineas Daybake, pleased to make your acquaintance, and why is that? Is that Bella I detect? Ah, at last you have been able to come to my rescue, dear apprentice. This makes me very pleased. And who are my rescuers? To whom do I owe this gratitude of rescue?
We don't have a group name.
Well, individual names then.
We got like Henry, we got 8-9, Bo and Azov. That's Narcisse over there. I'm absolutely rooting through this gold also.
yeah.
As I'm like pointing over my shoulder, like there's somebody over there. I'm looking.
Yeah,
Alright.
Bo's not really listening to the conversation. He's like, "What's in here?"
Henry is
Good.
being modest. My name is, of course, Azov, champion of the deep, master of both land and sea, the humble Cobalt Crusader. At
Boy.
your service.
Where is? Sorry, I have. Oh, maybe I didn't give you. I have a handout I wanted to give you guys, but maybe I didn't actually make it a handout. I'll use that for next time. Well, as I've said, my name is Phineas Daybreak. I'm pleased to make all of your acquaintance. I don't have any titles, as it were. However, I am, or was, don't really know the verbiage here, a druid. And, well, I believe I'm a pretty good one, you see. I speak Common, I speak Elvish, I speak Primordial, and a very rare thing these days, I speak the language of the Sahuagin.
That
Oh.
is good to know. Because we may need your help in a mission of diplomacy and or subterfuge and murder. TBD.
I see. Well, perhaps we should get to know each other a bit more then. We will probably take that TBD as our cliffhanger for this week. I wanted to go a little bit longer, but I really ought to return this call. I was not expecting to get that in the middle of the stream.
Sure.
So apologies for that, but I also didn't want to disappear while you guys are right here. So we will be back next week, minus Artem, but with Andrew, and then the whole crowd will be back after that.
Andrew's the
Alrighty.
hermit crab's
the-
son or something.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting figuring out how he goes into this.
Oh
But,
man, I really hope that he plays Dusseldorf.
That'd be hilarious.
But yeah, you guys, you found Bismarck. It's in a very dangerous situation. Now you got yourself a big pile of gold, and you've made an acquaintance with some real smart druid, apparently. So we're gonna be picking up at a very interesting place next week. We'll figure out how to get Andrew in on that. Okay, well, thank you everyone. We'll be back next week. Thank you all for playing. Everybody got to do a little fun thing this week, so I think that's good.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, sorry for the rushed ending, but we'll see the stream next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Peace.